said he's just loading up his computer now. But yeah, welcome to the row. We back another episode, another week. Week 3 has already kicked off. Josh Allen took care of business on Thursday night. Miami showed some fight. Proud of them actually to not just roll over and die and get killed by 40. So that was good. But Hotz, where you at, man? Right now, where you sitting, kid? You got a nice little.
Oh yeah, no, this is just my porch. You know, it's nice.
Very nice.
Little fucking.
Very quaint. Very quaint.
Yeah, we might hear some college kids roll by at some point being loud and rowdy, but that'll just add to the authenticity of the podcast, if you will.
What's the school that's in that area that people like generally go to?
Westchester University. It's the Rams. They're gold and yellow like the North Rams. And
shit.
I mean, excuse me, they're purple and gold like the North Rams, and they're fucking right here.
Just Clarkstown North, just Clarkstown North. Well,
yeah.
Without further ado.
But I know you said you could bring on Nick. Sorry.
Yeah. Without further ado, I just want to bring on one of our league members. He's actually come in a couple of years ago and taken the league by storm. People thought he was going to be a fucking pushover, and it turns out he's one of the staples in the league now. Definitely putting a competitive team together.
All right, Bruce Buffer. This is quite the introduction.
Welcome in our boy Nick, aka Whoopty. Welcome, bro. Welcome to the pod.
What's up, boys?
What's up, kid?
Zach was like middle school MVP of his fucking football team. At field day in 2003, he won for his elementary school for the Reds.
That relay race. He passed that baton.
That was a crazy introduction. He's just
I got you, bro. But how you feeling, kid? Happy Saturday to you.
Happy Saturday, boys. Hotz, good to see you doing well, brother. Looks like you recovered pretty well from our shenanigans over in the West Coast.
Hey, I thought what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We don't talk about it. We don't even mention recovery. We just keep it simple. No, I'm just kidding. We had a great time. Me and Nick had a blast. Casey fucking scummed out both of us. But,
I was just thinking about that as I leave this to you, Hotz.
Yeah, but no, it's all good. It's all good. We love Casey. He's a great guy, I guess.
Yes.
But no, we were talking. You said briefly with this week kicked off in the NFL. The one thing I'll say about the Thursday night game is like Tua just staring. Not even staring down Jalen Waddle because he did like pretend to look off, but just like throwing it to Jalen Waddle every play and then not expecting someone to cheat. And it's just so perfect. Tua turned the ball over. Just who he is, and they played well for the most of the game. I think the
defense played pretty well.
The Bills defense might have some leaks to it, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure. And it felt like the game was very like ebb and flow, and it felt like honestly, I felt like once the Bills gave it up that one time, I thought, all right, the Dolphins actually have a chance, and then it didn't kind of correlate to that, especially with the Tua turnover. Also, the bad running into the kicker that really took momentum out of them.
Running into the punter. Yeah, running into the punter. That was a big penalty. Yeah, it was stupid.
It starts raising questions of like, where are going to be the Dolphins of where they kind of go on? Because starting 0-3 already, where they had a very good chance to take a game from a division rival, it's like you start raising questions of like, realistically, when is the time to start rebuilding for them?
I mean, I said it coming into the year that I'm looking at the Dolphins as one of the worst teams, just because of the turmoil in the locker room. It seems like McDaniels doesn't want to be there. Tyreek Hill doesn't want to be there. Tua, we kind of know what he is at this point. And, just like now 0-3. And like you said, with not just one, but 2 winnable division games with the Patriots game. After that kick return or punt return by Malik Washington, they were kind of in the driver's seat. And then to just immediately give up the kick return to Antonio Gibson right after to just hand back over the lead and momentum was just like a losing team thing. Like a winning team scores that kick return and it's like, all right, let's keep the fucking pressure on. Let's stay locked in. A losing team scores that and then gives it up right back, So, but yeah, for the Dolphins, I think they're going to be picking in the top 3 or 4.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also think with the Dolphins, like, couple things I want to make a note to is like Tua throwing the ball 34 times a game. That's just not a recipe for winning. That's number one. They only ran the ball 21 times, and between Ollie Gordon and a chain, they were averaging like 5 yards a carry if you did the math between the two of them. Yeah. So I really didn't understand that portion of it, and they didn't really stick to the run. It seemed like they were having success there. Like Hotz was just saying, there were some gaps in the Bills defense with Ed Oliver out as well. Could have really just kept the ball on the ground and keep away a little bit more. Also, the defense in the second half was actually holding Josh Allen at bay for a couple times. I think they got back-to-back stops, if I remember right. And they really had a chance. So like, I don't understand that. Yeah, like you mentioned, Whoopty, like the Zach Sealer penalty was a back-breaking penalty. Like, they were getting the ball back there. You can't fucking do that. I don't really care if you get through the line of scrimmage, as Casey said. You got to just stick your arm out and jump to the right of the punter. It's just like the way you do it. Like, you just have to be smart about it. And it's also, it never ends well. Like, whenever you jump at a punter, normally it doesn't end well.
The rule is, unless you know you're going to block it, don't try to block it.
Right, because
it's like you have to be 100% certain. It's not like other plays where you could get away with like running into them and let it, like, you know, like if you aren't 100% certain you're going to block that kick, you can't make that dive.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to.
Do you think we see Quinn Ewers this year, by the way?
What'd you say?
Do you think we see Quinn Ewers this year because of Tua and just like the situation? Or because they paid him the money, it's like we're at this point that like Tua's got the...
I think at this point, there's two things I want to bring up that, especially with Ewers. One, I feel like you're going to have to put him in to kind of see like if Tua really is not going to be your option, what's going to be the repercussions of cutting ties with him? Is it going to be worse? Are you just going to eat the money at that point? Because again, we've seen it be done. Like, not for nothing, Zach, like to kind of bring back to the Giants when they cut Daniel Jones, you have to kind of look at those repercussions of you're cutting him into that contract. What's going to be the next step onto you? Like,
I think the only difference there, though, is that DJ had the out after year 2, so they weren't on the hook for the money. Versus like Tua, they're going to be on the hook for a lot of this money. The other side of it with Tua is that like it feels like his entire career, Tua cannot throw to the right side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
He can't throw to the right. He can't throw over his right shoulder. And like the pick happened on that side, the ball that sailed to Tyreek happened. It feels like this has always been his MO. Like he can only throw open, like open body to his left. It's kind of weird, but John,
I hear you. I think the Tua point, like lefty quarterbacks, that does always kind of seem to be a theme. Is like I think Tebow literally couldn't do it, like anywhere, like to his right, he couldn't throw the ball. And then just bouncing off of one thing I wanted to bring up with the running point, I really thought that was a really salient point because when this offense was kicking, they had beat the Broncos by like 70 fucking points 2 years ago. It was because they were running all over fucking every team they played.
Right.
And not every team played, but like that's what they were leaning on.
Yeah.
That being said, I also understand they were losing for a lot of the Bills games, so it's a little bit differently where you kind of feel like you have to. So there's some points to be made back and forth. But earlier in the game, you score the Ollie Gordon touchdown, they come back and score. Maybe just run the ball that whole fucking drive and see what you can do. As for the Quinn Ewers point, it's kind of tough. We talk about like how far Shador slid. Like Quinn Ewers got drafted after Shador in the 6th round. And Quinn Ewers was another guy who was a first-round guy almost assuredly going into the season before his final season in college football. Yeah. And he winded up losing money not taking an NIL offer from Ohio State as opposed to going to the NFL. His contract is literally less than what his NIL offer would have been at Ohio State.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point on that.
The last thing I'll say about switching quarterbacks is we talk about it with Tua not being able to throw to his right. Going from a left-handed quarterback to a right-handed quarterback is an adjustment for the entire offense versus just an adjustment at quarterback.
Right.
Now everything is flipped. Protections, routes, running plays and handoffs. Everything is completely flipped now. So it's not as simple. But that being said, if Quinn Ewers is lighting it up in practice, playing particularly well, and they give him more and more snaps in practice, he could work his way there. I just think it's not like Jackson Dart or, an earlier pick.
Like Dylan Gabriel maybe is like on the trend.
Gabriel, even a 3rd-round pick. Tyler Shuh in New Orleans, like these earlier picks, maybe you're quicker to make that move. But just like I said with the Dolphins, Tua is still fairly young and has had success. But, I mean, I'm with you guys, though. I'm just playing both sides of the fence. I'm over Tua. I'm done with Tua. If I'm the Dolphins, like I can't see a world where I win with this guy who is perpetually afraid of an injury. Not he is, but the team is perpetually afraid of an injury, and he's lefty, he's small, he's short, and he throws a lot of bad interceptions.
Yeah, bad interceptions always happen with him. And Mike McDaniel's going to be on the hook. Like, I could see Mike McDaniel being one of these guys. That's coming. That's coming.
Like
this whole like, yeah, we need to score points to win the game, and if we don't score, then we won't win. Like this whole shtick of his way of being is only good when you're winning. If you're not winning, it's fucking annoying. And I could see him being one of these guys that goes back to being an OC, like a Spagnuolo goes back to be a DC, and he's going to be an incredible OC wherever he goes, and he just buries himself into some team, and he gets out of the head coaching light, and he'll be back to doing what he loves to do, which is staring at that playbook because he's a nerd.
Right. The nerd / cool guy plays as an assistant coach. As a head coach, it kind of you lose respect quick. When you got your one leg sleeve rolled up, when you're joking with the referees,
Nike's on with the tie,
when
whatever
you're
those are
vaping
called,
on the sideline,
and off-whites you're vaping. Like, he's a psycho.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't play as a head coach, especially like you mentioned. When you start losing, that shit goes out the window. When you're winning 70-14 against Denver,
and you're the man.
Cool. Yeah. It's like, oh, look at this new school, edgy. Maybe we found something in NFL coaching that works that we didn't see before. But at the end of the day, you need a guy who has a balance of, players coach and disciplinarian and, respect. Like, I think it's like a dad who wants to be friends with their kid versus wants to be their dad. That's what it reminds me of.
And real quick to what you said, Hotz, that's a very good segue into my take, especially with what we're talking about. It reminds me of me, obviously being a Birds fan, and we got Fangio. Fangio himself was saying back in that Dolphins locker room he was trying to, more like, hey, you got to respect me. I'm trying to make you guys better. And it seemed like a lot of the players were not about that, and you go fast forward, he leaves, he goes to be a defensive coordinator somewhere else. All of a sudden that he gets a tip right in his first year. So that kind of even the Dolphins point is like, what's a Dolphins mental state where like you just let this guy go, who obviously is a great defensive mind, go somewhere else. He obviously knows what he's doing. What does that also say about our organization that he just left? Where's the mental toughness? Where is the respect of like your knowledge being taken there? You're not just trying to buddy into it. And it really does.
If you don't mind me taking this real quick, I just want to say, like, I think you talk about like the organization, it's like a chain of command issue where like if McDaniels is above Fangio, but he's like chill, cool guy, like it's not going to work when Fangio tries to be like, yo, you got to respect me, like, because it just,
we can't have a hard ass being the coordinator and the head coach being this softy.
It's middle management versus, C-suite, where the C-suite is like, oh, everybody, I love it. Oh, let's hand out bonuses and no work Fridays. And, and then the guy middle management.
No, I expect you to be there on Friday. Ignore that motherfucker. I expect you to be here on Friday. Like,
and everyone's like, wait, what am I supposed to be listening to? Exactly. Yeah. So, go ahead. But also, lastly, on the Eagles, they got Fangio. They got Sirianni, and now the offensive coordinator is Patullo. They're just like collecting Italians. This is the most Italian coaching staff I've ever seen. And Big Dom, obviously, is their
Big Dom on the sideline, escorting them all around. Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen an offensive coordinator, a head coach.
It's a good area for it, though, John, in Philadelphia. You got plenty of Italians there.
Sure. So. But a D coordinator, an offensive coordinator, and a head coach, and all their names end in a vowel, I will defy you to find another representation of that.
I love it. All right, let's get to the week 3 slate. I want to jump into the first game here. First game I have on my thing here, John. You want to start with the Falcons and the Panthers?
Sure. Let me get over here real quick.
I got the injuries here, so I'll kick it off with the injuries. According to this on CBS, we got -5.5. But we're going to go with DraftKings lines. Hotz will be reading them out. Some injuries to note: AJ Terrell, star corner for the Falcons, will be out. Panthers are going to be out with their outside linebacker Patrick Jones second. Their defensive tackle Wharton is going to be out as well. Leggett is going to be questionable, but he's a non-factor in my opinion. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I think the Falcons have played better football on defense as of late. Terrell being out is a problem to me, but I also think Bryce Young is just I just can't. I can't do this with this guy.
Real quick, Falcons -4.5, over under 44.5. Falcons defensively didn't have Terrell last week, shut down the Vikings. Obviously, McCarthy got hurt.
McCarthy
You know,
is still figuring it out as we.
yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, you know, I like the Falcons' defense. I think they are strong. I'm not sold on Penix, but what's this Panthers defense? But Nick, I'll let you lead off as the guest.
What do you like with the spread, Nick, on this one?
Second, because I did lead off.
No worries. I think the spread, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like 44.5, 45 points makes a lot of sense for that. Minus 4.5, I think that would make a lot of sense too. I could see them winning by a touchdown. I would say between that, I will go
for the Falcons. You're saying they would win by a touchdown?
Yeah, 100%. I just think that team has a good motor on it, especially with, I feel like Penix is starting to get underneath his legs a little bit more, especially now he has Bijan. He's starting to look good with Drake London. He's making use of other weapons he have. Like, I think he's been targeting Pitts a good amount. I think Pitts has now worked his way back into like a good sense of like, what was it, 5 or 7 targets I think he had last game. I think
right now. Take a look.
I think they're in a good continuity now when it comes to Panthers, especially with the Falcons defense. I think Falcons defense should blow through that O-line because they've been actually, the Panthers O-line actually took a series of hits, actually, I believe, too. 2 starting linemen, I think, are on IR or at least out for a few weeks. So I would say the minus 4.5 is.
That's a good call. You're talking about Robert Hunt and Austin Corbett, who are both on injured reserve on the offensive line. It's a good shot. So, yeah, I think that's a good take. I think I'm leaning towards what you guys are saying, that the Falcons will cover here. I would stay away from the over-under on this one. I think this is like one of those games where Bryce Young, like last week, could just get some garbage time shit, and you get some garbage time touchdowns to push the envelope there. He did have over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns last week, but he's always good for that fumble or interception at the end of the game to fuck you. So, you know, I would say, and they lost by 5 last week. So the idea it's 4.5 this week is kind of fitting. I do think Bijan is in a monster. You know, fuck the Atlanta Falcons for hijacking him last week and not giving him the touchdown at the end of the game. I have to comment on that. I'm sorry, considering how much fucking work he did. And then Algier gets the touchdown at the end of the game like a fucking asshole. So stupid. I hate their organization. But
do you think Bijan Robinson cares?
I don't know.
I
don't think so.
Not at all. So why would the Falcons care? Why should the Falcons cater to your fantasy team? Why does that make them
my fantasy team?
Why does that make them a bad franchise?
Do you believe in this precedent? Here, I'll ask this question. Do you believe in the precedent that if you have a guy that rushes the ball 25 times for 143 yards, and then you have another guy who had the ball for 8 rushes, and he ends up getting the touchdown run, do you believe that guys should be rewarded statistically because stats go into getting paid also, as we know, John, in the NFL?
No, I don't think. I think that you should do whatever you think's best, and if you score the touchdown, then why does it matter? Why does it? Who cares?
There were preceding weeks that they've done this with Algier and they didn't score. The previous week they did the same shit with Algier in week 1 and they didn't score.
I mean, it's hard to be like, oh, if you put Bijan in, you definitely do score. If you put Algier in, you definitely don't. You know what I mean? Like they're playing.
Because they did score, so the proof's in the pudding.
And if you're saying like, oh, like what about the player? Like, what about Algier? Like, what about his next contract? What about all the guys who aren't the superstars on the team? They see, oh, we're also going to take care of this guy. Like that makes me feel better as the, you know, inside linebacker who gets $4 million a year. Maybe they're not going to take me out of a game and let me play and let me get stats so I can make another $6 million a year next year.
Right, on those bonus incentives.
You know, so you can't just be like, oh, yeah, fuck everybody who's not a superstar.
On both sides there with Tyler Algier's incentives versus Bijan.
But my point being is that, like,
Bijan's your star
should matter at the end of the day. But if your argument is that, like, oh, you got to cater to Bijan, then there's only one Bijan on that team. So if you make him happy at the expense of everyone else's happiness, I don't care if you're fucking Barry Sanders. We literally saw Barry Sanders make the playoffs once his entire career. He's the best running back that's ever put on cleats.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can't be like, oh, let me just take care of Bijan. Like, it's just you think that way because he's on your fantasy team.
No, I don't. It's no bias. Again, I just believe that, like, I don't give a shit how Tyler Algier feels. I care how Bijan feels if I was the coach. I want him to get the touchdown after he carried me the whole game.
But that's wrong. You should care. You shouldn't play favorites as a coach.
Okay. I think if your best players should be on the field as much as possible.
But again, we agree that Bijan doesn't care. They won the game. Like, you think that he's like, oh, they gave Algier the touchdown instead of me. I'm gonna fucking huff and puff. Like, then I don't.
It was the same precedent as week 1 where they didn't score. Then he would care, right? Because he believes he's the best player.
The same precedent as week 1 where they won the fucking game.
It's like this. I'll say it like this also. It's like if Peyton Manning threw the touchdown and he has 2 guys open, right? Or let's say he has multiple guys open and he throws and Marvin Harrison's open. He says that's his guy. That's his reliable guy. And he throws the ball to Stokely, who drops the ball. It's like Marvin Harrison's going to come back to the huddle and be like, why don't you throw me the ball? I'm a Hall of Fame receiver.
I don't think Marvin Harrison ever said that his entire career.
I'm not saying he would say it. I'm not saying guys would say it. Bijan's not talking at all. I'm saying that the idea that a star player doesn't believe that they want the ball in all the critical moments, especially when you need the touchdown at the end of the game to win the game. Like, my sentiment is that they know they're the best player on the team. So why wouldn't they want the ball? And the idea if they don't get the ball and they don't score,
now you're making a different argument, though. You're saying Bijan wanted the ball. Of course he wanted the ball. Every player in the team wants the ball.
But the team should want to give him the ball. He's the best player. Where do we arrive at that? It's not Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams. This fucking it's Bijan Robinson. Give him the ball.
Being is like you're saying that they're a bad franchise because it affects.
If you lose the game because you gave the ball to Tyler Algier, I
wholeheartedly disagree.
If you lose the game because you gave the ball to Tyler, I can live with if I was an Atlanta Falcons coach and I gave the ball to Bijan and we didn't score, I can live with that because I gave the ball to my best player and we didn't score. If I gave the ball to my backup running back and we didn't score, in my head I'm like, I'm a fucking retard. I could have given the ball to Bijan Robinson.
Wrong. They were already ahead in the game.
It wasn't this game. I'm talking about week 1. This game it didn't matter. Yes, you're right.
All right. I'm gonna inject.
I'll digress on that point. Yes,
I'll inject this comparison, and this is directed towards me. Your point into it also, Zach, with Bijan to Algier. Think about as an Eagles fan when I see Saquon Barkley get to the 1-yard line, and then who's getting the touchdown?
Jalen Hurts.
Right. At the end of the day, though, Barkley also does not care because Barkley just wants to win. To Hotz's point, as long as you're winning the game, they don't really care too much onto it because they know that they won the game, knowing that they
the tush push has like a 90 the tush push has like a 90-something% success rate. Giving the ball to Tyler Algier versus Bijan, put the stats up.
All right, but we could play this game all day. We could be like, oh, if you're the head coach and you're thinking we're already winning, we're playing, the Vikings, their quarterback's hurt, they can't move the ball at all. I'd rather give it to Algier, who has a 75% chance of scoring versus Bijan Robinson's 82% chance of scoring. And there's a 6% chance Bijan Robinson gets hurt. What's the smart play then?
From that perspective, from the game being over and all that, from week 2's perspective, I can see why they gave the ball to Tyler Algier. That's complete personal bias that pissed me off.
Then we're
done. The week 1 game is also what I'm talking about, though, where they gave the ball to Tyler Algier when the game was close and he didn't score.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the same exact point. I guess I'm being a little hypocritical because I'll say results oriented, and I'm saying they won the game. Who cares? But you're being results oriented.
With my best player getting the ball and not score.
They didn't score, and if they gave it to Bijan, they would score, which you don't know.
They would. I can just live in my brain okay, I gave the ball to my best player. I didn't give the ball to the backup running back. I gave the ball to Adrian Peterson. I didn't be like Mike Boone or whatever the fuck the backup was back then. I'll give you the ball or whatever. No, I can live with Adrian Peterson getting stuffed at the line if he ends up getting stuffed at the line. I give the ball to my best player. They made a play.
But I will say, to be fair, I don't think Bijan Robinson is the best player on the team because his goal line back ability. I think he's good
overall
at catching the ball. I think he's good in space.
He's elusive as fuck.
Look at him as a goal line back. And that's not because he's not the biggest or whatever. There's small, good goal line backs.
Algier is definitely more of a stocky back for the goal line.
Damian Tomlinson is a great goal line back. Brandon Jacobs is a great goal line back. They come in different shapes and sizes.
True.
And this is purely eye test. Bijan Robinson, to me, doesn't scream goal line back.
He just Algier around back.
Years, I feel has been the guy they give the ball to on the goal line.
Yeah, Algier is definitely more stocky
already.
Yeah. I think that's a good take though too at the end there. I'll leave it there.
I'll say under, and I'll say Falcons, but I don't love the Falcons. I think I
would fade this game, division game,
being a 3-point game.
Yeah, exactly. I would fade this game, stay away, I would probably say, if I was to give us some advice, but we can move on to the next game here. And other things to note in this game, Mooney's back. So for your fantasy teams and things like that, maybe some of your prop bets, keep an eye on Mooney maybe. I know Drake London's coming into this game banged up, if I'm not mistaken as well. I think he was a little banged up last week. So, all right, moving on. The next game that I have on my list here, John, was the Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you have on the spread on your side?
That is Jaguars -1.5. The over
I have
43.5.
43.5. I'll kick it off here. A couple things to note. Jalen Smith is out at corner for the Texans. Offensive line, one guy's out, Millam, the offensive lineman, and then Ezra Cleveland is questionable also on the line for the Jaguars. Jaguars defense has been kind of impressive. They haven't really been challenged. The Panthers are terrible, obviously, in week 1. They still looked good last week, though. Before the injury, I just think that they're a tough team. They're running the ball well. Tootin seems to be a guy. ETN maybe has found his stride again. I am really worried about Brian Thomas Jr. being banged up in this game. I know John's keeping an eye on that, of course. It probably will go from what I've read, but who knows? What are your guys' thoughts on this? I almost think that, I've gone back and forth on this game. I was staring at it earlier before this. The Texans' offensive line is a fucking mess. Their team is atrocious on the offense side. They can't throw the ball. Like, they really can't. Don't have time to throw the ball. They can run the ball a little bit. Chubb got off a little bit last week, got a tud. But I don't know. This Texans team is just weird game.
Go ahead, Nick.
I'll let you take it, Hotz.
Okay, we both were so courteous there.
Everyone doesn't want to talk. Everyone's just like,
no. I mean, it's really weird. I think the Texans are in a spot right now, 0-2, where is this desperation mode or is this give up mode?
Is this pack it in? Yeah.
Like the Jaguars, I believe, are 1-1. They lost to the Bengals last week. They're in a spot where it's like, we could be good still. We could easily win this division with the Titans and the Colts. And even though the Colts are playing well, they're still have Daniel Jones and there's question marks there. Yeah. So I think that the Texans are more likely to get in their own way, to make mistakes because of pressure that's on their shoulders at 0-2, on top of just maybe not being that good, especially offensively. They fired Bobby Slowick kind of maybe prematurely.
Casey's uncle.
I didn't understand that one, honestly.
And then like Zach brought up, their offensive line has been super inconsistent. And the wide receiver play has been, 1, sporadic, and 2, like the continuity of it has been crashed. It started with CJ Stroud's rookie year, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz.
Diggs.
No, Diggs came last year. So that's
okay. Who's the other receiver the first time around with Nico? Who was this wide receiver too? There was someone.
I thought it was Tank Dell.
There was some other person.
I know what you're thinking about, Zach.
Hopkins, maybe still there?
No, Nuke was gone, I think, by then. Hang on. Stroud, rookie year. Hold on. I got it.
I did think it was a lot of Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Dalton Schultz. So I'm pretty sure those 3 guys made up at least half of his.
Yeah. And Tank Dell got hurt that year.
Yeah, I do want to say, I think Stroud's first year as a rookie, I think it was with Nico, Dell, and Schultz. If I'm not.
Those are the 3 guys that I said.
Those are the 3 guys that are still there now.
Yeah. But my point being is, Dell isn't there because he's hurt.
Not Dell, but just like the other.
Schultz has been replaced, and they threw in Diggs last year. And, they've been
Woods. Robert Woods. That was the other guy.
Good call, Zach. Yep.
Robert Woods had how many catches that year?
400. He had 40 catches, 500 yards, a couple touchdowns.
And who are the other guys?
Nico had 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. You're welcome, Nick. That was your first year. And then Schultz had 59 catches, 635 yards, 5 touchdowns. Other wide receivers.
Was Tank Dell there, or was he not even there yet?
Yeah, he was. Yep. Tank Dell was there.
Part of the same year with Anderson, I believe.
What did Tank Dell do that year?
I'm going to click his name. I can't see it on this line. 2023, he had 709 yards and 7 touchdowns. Good season.
Yeah, it was those 3 guys. That's exactly what
in 11 games. He went off a couple of those weeks. Remember, he had the crazy weeks?
Yeah, it was those 3 guys had most of the lion's share of the catches.
And
then
Noah
Robert
Brown was
Woods
there actually.
And then
too.
Robert Woods was kind of there, you know.
Yeah.
But my point being is the next year they're like, oh, let's put in Diggs. Let's supercharge this thing.
And he looked good.
And he was good, but then he got hurt, and then Dell got hurt, and then this year now, oh, Dell's already hurt, and now Nico Collins, and you know they move back Schultz and get Stover, and now Schultz is back. It's just, I don't know. I just think there's something to be said about like we started off with this Dell, Collins, Schultz trio, and it was monstrous, and CJ Stroud was great. I think the Diggs add, as much as I like Stephon Diggs as a player, I loved him at Maryland. I was shocked he went as late in the draft as he did. I thought that was an unnecessary add and unnecessary.
He had 8 touchdowns receiving, I think, last year in like 10 games or it's whatever it was.
But what did the team do? They lost more games than they did the year before. But
they were better in the playoffs, I thought.
But the quarterback was worse. They weren't better in the playoffs. How were they better in the playoffs?
They challenged the Chiefs. They almost beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
They won a playoff game the year before.
Did they win a playoff game last year?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. They didn't. They lost.
They lost to the Chiefs in the first round last year. Is that right?
No, they.
So they won the wild card round last year, John, against the Chargers, and then lost against the Chiefs. Yeah, they won a playoff game last year too. And also Stroud in that game last year was balling, I thought, against the Chiefs. He was scrambling and going crazy.
I don't know. I'm willing to go out and say Stroud had a much worse year last year with Diggs on the team than he did for a year.
I'd have to let me see the stats. I have it here. Let me take a look at Stroud's stats. And stats are kind of liars sometimes. I do like the playoff game that he played against the Chiefs specifically. But yeah, overall, yards wise, he was less than 2023. And then touchdowns, he had a better touchdown interception ratio by far. He had way more turnovers. So you're absolutely right. He had a better year in 2023. It's not debatable. He had 7 more interceptions and 3 less touchdowns passing.
Yeah, so he had more touchdowns, significant
more touchdowns, way less interceptions. His turnovers were down. Yeah, he was way more in control, it felt like, in 2023. You're right about that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's all due to Diggs, but my point being is, like, there is something to be said about football, especially offensively, is glorified choreography.
Yeah.
Keep the same guys together, you win.
Continuity, baby.
Yeah, so I think that's their problem. I probably wouldn't. I'm going to bet this game because I'm going to bet every game like I do every week. But if I were a casual gambler, I would say probably pass. But I think I have to go I have to go. I don't know. I think I take the Texans plus the 1.5. And just
Browning is not a slouch. That's the one thing I want to say to people. Like anybody
Browning isn't in this game.
I'm saying from last week.
Oh, from last
week. Off the pine and won them the game. You know, that's very hard to do as a quarterback, number one. Like, to just come into the game and start doing that and just start balling like that. Like, he had a couple picks, obviously. He had a couple blunders there.
3 picks in the
yeah, something like that. But he got it done. He had 2 passing touchdowns. That touchdown pass to T. Higgins. T. Higgins bossed up on that play. It was a sick play by T. Higgins.
Yeah, T. Higgins is a great player.
Yeah, he took like the hit there and just like said, "Get off me." That was sick. But you know, he's like a gunslinger. So sometimes he throws the ball without even seeing where the ball's going, the way Browning throws the ball. So I don't know. The Jags losing that game was kind of embarrassing in my opinion. But I'll also say that, like, the Jags, it feels like just like they have a little bit better steam. I like Tootin. I like this team. Like, it feels like they're gelling. It seems like Hunter's getting better and better just week over week. He really is a baller. He gets really shifty watching him play wide receiver. It's crazy. And
before we close out, the last thing I said, I know you brought up Brian Thomas earlier, but it was pretty plain last week that he was like harboring that wrist, that hand, whatever.
No question.
He was alligator arming a lot of balls.
No question.
So hopefully he's feeling better this week, which is entirely possible, but that's definitely something to monitor if you're in the Brian Thomas gambling market for overs, unders, or just a fantasy guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Nick? You would take the Jags minus 1.5 here, or you'd go on the plus side here and you'd be on you take the point and scramble here?
I'm kind of
my final is Jags. I think I just decided.
I think I would actually have to fade this game, Zach. Just I feel like the two teams, like, I think the Jags are playing better, but I feel like the Texans being 0-2, I feel like they're gonna do something that would just like destroy
desperate.
That. Yeah. You know, especially like this could also be like in my own favor. Maybe this is also a Nico breakout game where he has like over 120 yards, 2 tutties, because they have to start throwing more to it. So I kind of
force feeding him the fucking ball.
Yeah, I would say fade the game if anything. I would say.
All right, that's fair. Let's keep it moving here. The next game I have on my slate here is the Steelers at the Patriots. This is an awesome game. There's a lot of different things here. Tomlin is undefeated against Vrabel, if I'm not mistaken. But also, like, you know, the Patriots seem to have kind of found a rhythm here. Steelers, Joey Porter Jr. is going to be out again. Deshaun Elliott at safety is going to be out again. Alex Highsmith is going to be out again. Derek Harmon is questionable at defensive tackle. Steelers are kind of banged up. Christian Gonzalez, this is the guy I want to make a note of, the star corner on the Patriots. He got a limited practice in. This could be his debut that's coming here.
It isn't actually. I got the alert earlier that
he's going to be out again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, he's been out, so like I'm not like crazy, but if he had been in, that's a huge plus. I don't know. I think the Patriots are kind of finding it. You know, they're kind of finding their MO. Antonio Gibson, you know, had a nice return last week. I saw they're like after the game, like Vrabel talking to the team and taking the credit for like his first home win. And like he was like, it's all about the players. I could give a fuck about me. Like he just like pushed it off of himself and was like giving the credit out to the whole team. Ramondre Stevenson making a big play for them last week. You know, Travion still in the fold, obviously. Like they just have guys. And you know, Drake May seems to be a guy. Like, you know, I think we're arriving at the point here where Drake May is going to like start to really get into a nice rhythm, possibly. And I really hated the way the Steelers played at home against the Seattle Seahawks last week. They gave up 31 points. Their defense got gashed on the run game. Kenneth Walker was all over the field on them. That is annoying to me. So if it was up to me here, I would pick the Patriots with the points at home dogs. Like, I think that's a mistake. I love the Patriots here.
100%. Yeah. I was going to say, I would take the over because I feel like I could see here might be my hot take onto it. I think this could be the game that you really see that Drake May is a serious dude. 100%. I think this is where he puts his stamp on with
like 3 touchdown game. You're saying?
I'm saying either 3 touchdowns or 300 yards.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Joey Porter and Slay, but Slay looks like he's now
Joey Porter's out too, by the way.
Oh, okay. So then he's out, and then
Joey Porter Jr. Yeah,
he's actually lost a step now. Which credit to the Eagles, they let him go where it is. But I think Drake May, after last game, seeing how he's developed, I would not be surprised if this might be the game he shows that he starts entering contention of top quarterbacks that we have currently into the league.
Yeah, man, I'm a big Drake May fan myself. This game is interesting. I took the Patriots plus the points on the road against Dolphins last week. I think it's probably the best bet to take the Patriots plus the 1.5 or just the money line plus 110 at home against the Steelers. I do think the Christian Gonzalez factor is real, and that the Dolphins, as bad as we were saying they were, kind of carved them up a little bit last week. And I think Aaron Rodgers, you know, obviously he's been up and down, but we saw what he did against the Jets week 1 against Sauce and those boys. And, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Obviously one was dropped at the end of the game, but still, I think when Nick said I like the over, I kind of like shook my head. Like, yeah, I think that's a good.
What's the over under in this game?
44.5.
Yeah.
So I could easily see 28, 24, 28, 21,
I kind of.
It'll be a sweat though to the end of the game if I'm estimating right. It'll be a sweat.
Yeah, I mean Vegas is usually pretty good, so
yeah, it'll be like a game-winning field goal that pushes it over.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, I could see a score of 30-27 at the end of the game.
Yeah, yeah, I can also see it not being a sweat. That's what I'm saying. Because like Nick was saying, he's anticipating 300 yards or 3 touchdowns from Drake May. I'm anticipating Aaron Rodgers having a big game, especially with Christian Gonzalez out. Patriots have no pass rush, and they still have DK, Calvin Austin, Jonnu Smith now, obviously in the fold.
This could be Jonnu Smith's first big game, like as a Steeler. Yeah. I can smell it.
I actually decided to start Aaron Rodgers against Nick this week, so
I saw that. Would you guys start? So let me put a dilemma for you. This is on behalf of Christy for our family because she's about to be 0-3 if she doesn't win this week. So, would you start Penix versus the Carolina Panthers or Aaron Rodgers versus the New England Patriots on the road?
Rodgers.
I kind of lean Penix only because of how suspect the Panthers defense is. That's my only thing onto it.
But I think the defense of the Patriots is just as suspect. I know they have Vrabel and they're like defensive minded, but they have no talent. Like they have no pass rush. Name a pass rusher on the Patriots.
I can't.
You're fair.
You
I
know,
don't even think I can. I was just thinking about it when you said they had no pass rush. I was like, who is on that team?
But
They
I
don't
also
have a single
could you make
pass
the same
rusher.
argument with the Panthers. I
The
don't know.
Bears have Derek Brown. They have some guys.
yeah, they have one of the best. They have the best D tackle in football, Derek
Yeah,
Brown.
one of the best. Yeah, for sure.
If not the best. Yeah,
All right. I don't know. I just
but that's fair. If you want to say he's not quite a passer, he probably had 8
He's not a
sacks,
pass rusher. He's a run stopper. Yeah, for sure.
but he definitely gets some pass rush too.
So Carlton Davis, Harold Landry's on that team. He's an older player though.
Yeah.
It's just
all
like,
right. I mean, I feel like you could really go more of a toss up, but I can see
But-
Hotz's-
But I'm saying my point being is like if we're going to compare defenses, I don't think there's an outlier. And then if we're going to compare quarterbacks, like give me Aaron Rodgers over Michael Penix. I'm sorry, like
Yeah.
I get it, he's
All right.
old, and but he's proven.
better
he's
run game
proven,
in
but he also
Atlanta.
has to not be in his head.
Aaron Rodgers is a goat though. You don't get in his head. He only gets in his own head.
They
No,
both
that's-
probably had a 20
that's what I'm
plus
saying.
point
He
game
cannot
and a
get
10-ish game this season.
We're gonna look back on this conversation. They're both gonna have 18 points in fantasy. It's so fucking dumb anyway.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, we can move on from this.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the Patriots too at home. I like the over as well as what you guys said there. That smells right. I think 45 points is very.
I don't
good.
I don't hate parlaying the Patriots in the over and like
I don't
putting
hate that at all.
a little half unit on it, something small to try to get a good odds.
Next game I see here is the Jets at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a weird game. Justin Fields is out on concussion protocol. Jermaine Johnson II is out. Keen Nagwanu, the backup running back, is hamstring. Josh Reynolds hamstring is going to be out as well. Another receiver out.
You could go on this injury list forever because the whole
Forever. The Jets have so many people on injured list.
Honestly,
The
I'm
Bucks' whole offensive line is hurt too.
Yeah,
Tristan Wirfs is still out. Chris Godwin's obviously still out. Emeka Ibuka was questionable all week. I've been monitoring that.
he's
I think
he's
he's going
expected
to
to
go.
play.
He had a limited on Friday. So,
He's expected to play. I saw the alert for it.
yeah, he's just been getting so much run, I feel like. I think we're at a point with him. It's just like he's a stud, and they're not going to push him during the practice week because he's just like a stud.
Yeah, honestly, I say we don't take too much time on it. I'm gonna say I give Tampa
-6.5 is what I have here. I want to Hotz the DraftKings for Bucks. What's the spread there? Maya.
Nope up.
The Bucks
Speaking
are
of the Bucks.
-6.5,
Yeah, -6.5. That's what I have here too. What do you think, Whoopty?
and the over under is 43.5.
Push the over there hard.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if you're the Jets or a Jets fan or whatever, like
Tyrod Taylor.
you need to be able to compete in this game. This can't be a blowout. If you get blown out in this game, like it's
Season's
already
over.
getting to the point where Aaron Glenn is on the hot seat. Like in my opinion, their
Yeah.
offensive line is mutilated. They have
Nobody.
practice squad players starting. You're supposed to have a good defense. You have Quincy Williams.
Bucks are gonna fuck them
gets
up. I
hurt,
think.
you said, but still, like they should be able to get pressure and move Baker Mayfield off the line. Is it Ibuka going to play? The
Yeah.
G is silent
Yeah,
for the
he
record.
is.
For anyone
He
who
is.
knows, it's Ibuka. There's no, just don't pronounce the G. But if he's going to play, that's obviously an element. Mike Evans is obviously
Rashad White, by the way. Can I make a shout out to Rashad White, bro? Last week, bro was looking good. Like shifty,
Yeah.
moving
Well,
well.
according to you, they should have gave Bucky Irving the touchdown at the end of the game because he's the star player, and you got to keep the star
No,
player.
that's another example of that. Bucky has not earned the Bijan. No. Anyway, we talked about that all season, by the way, John. We said Bucky was being overhyped. Anyway,
No, I like Rashad White. He's a,
I like
he's a
Rashad
pro,
White. I think
bro.
Rashad
don't
White's
think-
more down back
He's
there.
another guy who doesn't care. Like if they win, he doesn't care. But no, but this game's interesting to me. I really do think it's interesting. I think the Jets' offense might function better with Tyrod Taylor than it did with Justin Fields.
You're
I think
taking the Jets plus 6.5 here.
I don't know if I could take the Jets plus
Would
6
you
and a half.
alter it up
I
plus
might
10.5,
move the line to like
Yeah,
10
yeah,
and
yeah.
a half and throw it
Yeah.
in a parlay.
There we
I
go.
definitely might do that. Let me just see right now. If I move the line to 10 and a half, what is it?
I'm gonna guess -260.
Oh, definitely less than that.
Think so?
Yeah,
Minus
100%.
196.
Wow.
So that's a minus. That's
That's
2
a great
units
leg.
to win one right there. Or you could put it in a parlay with a team that's a minus 300 to win and get out
Baker's
even money.
fucking messed up right now. You can tell he got a little banged up on that knee last week a couple times. He's playing with adrenaline. That offensive line, like Hotz said, is a fucking mess. But they just have weapons galore on that team that I think are just going to moss the idea.
I'll put it to you like this. I think the Bucks minus 6.5 is a bad bet.
Yeah.
I think that's I'm not encouraged to bet the Jets plus 6.5, but
Unless
I'm less encouraged to bet the Bucks minus 6.
I like the over here a lot, though.
But where are then you're relying on the Jets scoring.
I think the Jets get 17 points.
All right, so
30 to 17.
So the Jets get 17. That means the Bucks need 27.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
On my hot take, I think I would take the Bucks minus 6.5 because I could see them winning by the touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair, but I don't know. I probably, if I had to pick, I'd take the Jets, but I'd love the Jets plus 10.5 minus 195 in a parlay with, maybe we can whatever. Let's see what the next game you say.
It's one of those games. It's either going to be the Bucks are going to fucking dump on them and Tyrod's going to throw picks and it's going to be a mess, or the Jets are going to fuck around and win this game.
Oh my god, that would be crazy.
I'm telling you, I don't think this game is going to be like the Bucks win by 3. That would shock me. If that happened, I'll put it on wax. That would shock me. I feel like the Bucks are going to kick their ass. That's what the Bucks are saying. The Bucks are going to kick their ass, or the Jets are just going to be surprising and hang around all game.
All right. Well,
I think, like I said, it's a Jets. You have a defensive head coach. You're supposed to be a defensive team. Their whole offensive line is hurt. You got to do something here. Like I said, I'm
never a top.
Kind of on the different side, but maybe that's just
Aaron
me.
Glenn sucks, dude. Fuck Aaron Glenn. This guy's a fucking overrated joke. I'm sorry. Like, this guy has never put a top 5 defense with Detroit ever. Like, he's just like a defensive guru now. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I've never seen it. Detroit used to run it up on teams.
I've seen him play in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen him play on the Jets as a great corner. Like, yeah, that's what I know Aaron Glenn for. Knowing for him as a top, like creating a top 5 defense, like these guys get anointed so fast. Like Brian Flores is light years away from Aaron Glenn as a defensive coordinator and defensive coach. Like, it's not even. There's so many guys in the league, in my opinion, that are light years. Fangio's another one. I'm not subscribing. And he doesn't even seem like he's built the culture. Like, I think he fired someone immediately or something like that. Like during
I think he cut people after both of the first 2 games.
Yeah, he's cut people after them. Like, he's like a fucking maniac. Like, I don't know.
I kind of like it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like very old school. So I could see why you like that. But
I'm just saying, like, the Jets haven't made the playoffs in fucking 12 years. Like, you got to start doing something.
I know, you got to shake the tree.
All right, but go ahead. Well, we talked about them for a while.
Next game I have here is the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Bengals at Minnesota Vikings. I have -3 on the Vikings. Is that what you got?
Yep, -3 Vikings, over under 41.5.
A lot of injuries here, obviously. Shamar Stewart for the edge is going to be out for the Bengals. Cam Taylor-Britt, cornerback, is going to be doubtful. For the Vikings, Ryan Kelly's in concussion protocol. The center, he'll be out. That's huge, actually. Obviously, JJ's out. Harrison Smith on an illness. He's questionable. Andrew Van Ginkel has a concussion. He's questionable. I don't know what this game is. Carson Wentz experience. We all know where this can go. This can get crazy. This could get crazy. This could have 7 turnovers in the game.
Or think about the other side of it. This game could also be one of the higher scoring games of the weekend because it's literally just like backups just trying to do whatever at this point.
I don't know what to think here. Aaron Jones is out. I don't know what's going on.
Jordan Mason looked good. Yeah,
we know Jordan Mason can play some ball, but like,
what's the over under?
Hotz.
Oh, Hotz has it.
41.5.
Thank you. Hotz coming in on the clutch right there. Thank you. 41.5. I love the over.
I like the over a lot, especially with 2 backups.
Unders have been hitting, by the way, Whoop. Did you know unders have been hitting at like an 87 percentile in the first 2 weeks? Did you know that?
On unders?
Unders, yeah. Unders are on fire right now in the NFL. Straight up.
Are they just diluting?
I always say this early season. I've said it on this podcast probably 10 times. But early season defenses have to react. Offenses have to be choreographed. It's easier to play defense early in the season than it is offense. So it does kind of always, in my experience, that unders.
Something to log in your head when you future seasons, people. Early weeks take unders. But anyway,
But you got to but it has to be a thing where you bet all of them or bet none of them. If you try to,
because you're not going to figure out which one.
And you're just gambling normal.
There's going to be 2 or 3 that fuck you up a week.
Yeah, if you want to use it as a system, you have to be willing to bet every game.
100%. I don't know what to think here. The Carson Wentz experience, bro. I just like.
Joey said Carson Wentz is going to go off. Grew up a Vikings fan. Went to high school in North Dakota, Bismarck specifically.
That's the dumbest experience. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. By the way, that take is so dumb, but it's okay. He's like 8 years removed from that.
Yeah, the Dakotas are Viking fans typically, but it is still like 7 hours away from Minneapolis. A drive. It's not like you grew up like fucking right outside.
That's not Saquon Barkley growing up in the Bronx and then getting drafted by the Giants. Like, what the fuck?
But that being said, I don't believe in Carson Wentz.
He hasn't started a game in 2 years. He was the backup to Patrick
Mahomes.
Is
so low. That 41.5 is so
I know.
low.
I thought the same thing. I don't know what to think here with this game. This game's a fucking mess.
It's a backup quarterback.
I love Browning though. I have him as my backup in Dynasty. He performed well last year. He can throw the ball.
Look at Nick's fucking chair, dude.
I know. That's the chair that I have too. The S Racer. If I can.
You guys just fucking get crazy ass chairs.
It's like a gaming chair. So it has like a nice little comfort seat.
At your monitor.
Yeah, you play the monitor. Yeah, it's easier to game.
Yeah, that's what I hear. But like, I thought we were older than that. That's like
everyone uses the gaming chair. It's also a good office chair, honestly, because it's comfy. It usually comes with the pillow. Like he has the pillow.
Oh
set
yeah,
up.
I'm saying like but not so much a chair, but playing video games on your monitor. I thought.
Yeah, I mean it depends the game. Like when I play, like if I'm playing like Mario or whatever, like with Christy in the living room, like we have something set up in there for her. But like if I'm just playing like real games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, you need a monitor.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Crazy.
You get fucked up otherwise. But anyway.
Like the reaction time is too slow on a.
For sure, it's just hard to get. If you're on a 55-inch screen, you're playing Call of Duty, and these guys are in the right corner sniping you. Like your eyes are like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
crazy.
No, but yeah, I don't know what to think here. I love Browning a lot. I think
You love Browning?
Like yeah, I do. Browning? I think he can play some football.
Is he the what? Where would you put him in terms of backup quarterbacks in the NFL?
Top 5 backup quarterbacks.
Give you a hint, like Mariota,
better than Mariota.
Better than Mariota?
Ooh, yeah, that's a hot take.
That's just what I think.
Kenny Pickett.
Better.
Oh, better than Kenny Pickett though. I that one I feel like.
Who else you got?
Garoppolo.
Give me Browning. Give Browning with Sean McVay.
Fucking Super Bowl.
But that team was.
You think Jake Browning could take that team to the Super Bowl?
I think if he had Kyle Shanahan and like had the whole thing around him and McCaffrey and everything else. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not even saying you're necessarily wrong.
But it's just like Garoppolo is a joke.
But this is such a strong deduction from such a small sample size. And to be honest, if you look at the numbers
last year.
It's not like that impressive of a sample size. I think the
year before. Look up this shit from last year. Hold on.
Last year, Burrow was pretty.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
Last year, Burrow was like in the MVP conversation. I think it's the year.
It was the year before that.
Yeah.
He went 4-3 as a starter, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 70% completion percentage.
Pretty good.
I'm telling you, this kid can throw the rock. I'm not crazy.
All right, I'll throw you this one. For my guy, Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee.
Jake Browning all day.
Out of here.
Come on,
fuck out of here.
Talking about not enough.
I'll put like a guy like here's the guys I'll put above him.
Sample size on Jake Browning. He says.
Yeah. I'm not doing this. Yeah, Nick. There's no way. That sample size is even less. What the fuck?
No, you should. I would know. You don't know the Philadelphia media's feelings about Tanner McKee.
I don't want to know.
They have him as like a top 15 quarterback.
That's the dumbest thing I know. Yeah, they think Will Shipley is an RB1 on every other team, right? I don't want to hear this. Can't do this. But anyway,
it is insane how much they hype Tanner McKee. I don't know if it was
when they have a quarterback that throws 96 yards.
They were trying to get Howie to trade him for like a second round pick. Is basically what they were like saying.
If Tanner McKee had the same body type as Hurts, he could do the exact same job as far as I'm concerned. But whatever,
Tanner McKee has a way better quarterback archetype. He's like 6'5", 220.
I'll name some guys that I think are better than Browning as backups. Tyrod Taylor, for example, I think is more experienced.
I don't think Tyrod's better than Mariota. I mean, I guess we're all over the place, but I think Mariota is my number one.
Badgett is better on the Chicago Bears. Badgett, I like him.
You just have him in fantasy. He's not better than Jake Browning. That's not true.
I think he could be. It's like if he got an opportunity to start. I've seen some good stuff from him.
No.
Don't think so?
No.
You're making my point. I like it. I don't mind.
No, well, I mean, there is probably a high variance on backup quarterback.
I'm telling you, Browning's definitely a top 5 backup quarterback in football.
I agree. I'm just saying.
Mac Jones is the best backup in football, maybe.
No. Mac
He was
Jones
great.
better than Marcus Mariota?
He sucks. What has Mariota done?
Marcus Mariota has been to the playoffs as a starting quarterback.
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor. Look at Mac Jones.
What has Marcus Mariota done? What has Mac Jones done?
He went to an NFC Championship game, didn't he?
No. He's
He
never
didn't?
played in the NFC.
Oh, with the Patriots. That's right. Never mind. What am I thinking of? I was thinking of Jimmy. Sorry, I was back on Jimmy again.
All right. I'll do you this one, Zach. Why don't you look up Mac Jones' stats when he was at the Jags last year as a backup and see what happens?
We did last week. Hotz, talk about it.
No, but Brian Thomas had better stats, but he wasn't good. It was just
Mac
Brian
Jones
Thomas got more targets.
Mac
That's what
Jones
we
with the
brought up.
Patriots, 22 touchdowns, 13 receptions, 3,800 yards. The next season as 2,900 yards, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And it just goes bad and bad from there. My God. It gets to another. The ratio from interceptions to touchdowns goes the other way.
He made an NFC Championship game.
Nah, that was a blunder. I was thinking Jimmy still.
All right, we'll move on from this game.
Yeah, this game's a. What do we got? Like, take a pick.
Give me the fucking Bengals and plus the points and the under. But I don't like anything. I would probably bet the Bengals money line at plus 136 and take a little gamble.
I think Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz stinks, dude.
Give me.
How is this guy still in the fucking league?
I'll say to end on to that. Give me points.
It's a dog or pass for sure. You can't bet the Vikings. I don't think you could bet the Vikings under any circumstances. I like Jordan Mason.
He goes, Aaron Jones is out.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is out. I like Jordan Mason better than Aaron Jones anyway.
Right.
He's the real running back on that team.
I agree. Yeah.
Still, it's good to have two good running backs.
Always. They signed Cam Akers practice squad. I think they called him up. He'll be playing.
Yeah, and then they got some nobody as the other running back.
The guy that
All right, hot take. Points. Give me Vikings.
-3. Vikings -3.
Yes, give me Vikings -3.
Hold that down, Nick. -2.5. Please, God.
No. Fucking, if you're gonna bet it, you gotta bet it.
That's nuts. That's a horrible bet to me. Anyway, moving on. Packers -7.5 on the road at Cleveland. This is a trappy game. Jaden Reed and Tucker Kraft are both super banged. Reed's out. Tucker Kraft is really questionable. I saw.
I got -8.5, under 41.5. Another low.
This game. Yeah, you're already saying it's the under. You're saying.
41.5 is the under. It's pretty.
I would
low.
take the under.
Yeah.
I would take the Packers and move it. That's just a real trappy game onto that.
Antonio is out.
The Packers money line is -485.
This game is trappy. Cleveland's defense has played better. They played really well against Joe Burrow in week 1. Week 2, who'd they play last week again? Cleveland?
I mean,
Baltimore.
Cleveland played Baltimore.
Zach and going back and forth on it.
As I said, it was 3-0, by the way, last week. I was like, oh, look at that, the under. This game just went fireworks on me.
Yeah, you're like the
The
under.
moment I wrote it in the chat, Hotz writes back, he goes, yeah, good call.
Personally, to me,
I didn't write. Yeah, good call. I waited and then saw. I was like, nope.
I get they played good against the Bengals. Let's also remember that Bengals O-line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and the first half of the Baltimore Ravens game.
Yeah.
I think this is
And they kept Henry and Lamar under 50 yards rushing. Their rushing
might be
defense is
my
number
favorite
2.
under of the week, though. I know we're just talking shit about your
Top
under.
2 rushing defenses in football, by the way. There's your stat. Packers are number 2, I believe. Cleveland's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Packers defense, I think, is going to lock down the Browns offense.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, Judkins, though, broke more tackles last week than any other player in any other week so far in the NFL. I think he had 6 broken tackles last week. He's going to get a full slate.
Yeah, that'll solve all their problems offensively.
You think Flacco could get hurt in this game in a little Dylan Gabriel action?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, they're going to have to go to, what are we doing?
Gabriel had a nice touchdown pass to my boy Samson last week for some fucking garbage time.
Yeah. I mean, what are we doing?
That
You got to see what you have. I mean, I said the same thing about the Giants from week 1. What are you doing? I mean, Russell Wilson played great last week, to be fair, but
yeah, then he threw that lollipop to end the game.
yeah, the Cowboys' defense was as bad as defenses get.
Yeah,
in terms of pass defense last
they were
week.
missing Bland heavy. It was just a mess.
Yeah, bad news. But to get back to this game and the Browns quarterback situation specifically, that what are they doing? Like we know who Joe Flacco is. If you get to 10-8 or 10-6, and you have another game and you like Gabriel's hurt and you need someone, that's a great backup. What are we
starting? A heavy dose of Fannin this week, John.
What are we starting in Owen? Joe Flacco on an 0-2 team. I mean, Fannin might be a top 10 tight end, but what does a top 10 tight end mean in fantasy? They're 0.5 points a game more than the top 16 fantasy tight end, you know?
I don't know. True. I mean, Judy has not gotten going yet. He seems like a second half player. He never gets.
I'll tell you what, I like Tillman.
Hey. Save that for later. Might be part of something, our quiz or something. Save that for later. But anyway, in regards to this game, I got the Packers money line. Eat the points. It is what it is. Like it's something to put into your if you're gonna put a couple of legs together. The over under here.
That money line is 485. Is probably.
Yeah, this is a fade to me. It's all trappy. I can see the Packers whooping their ass. For sure.
I just think the under is good money. If you want to parlay the under and the money line to get a little extra juice, I don't hate it. I don't think the Packers lose this game. I don't
No. Yeah. I think this first week also that Mike is gonna no injury designation. They could unleash the beast this week, like full 75% snaps, like actually like just go crazy. So
yeah, potentially.
Moving on, another trappy game. Colts -4.5. First time on the road against the Titans. Charvarius Ward is in concussion protocol. He's questionable. Tyler Warren with the toe. Looks like he's going to go. I got to shout out Tyler Warren in this offense. John, I saw a highlight that this guy, Tyler Warren, lined up to the right of the right tackle, right at the tight end spot. He motions to the fullback spot on a strong side, like they're going to run it to the right. Play action hard. He runs a diagonal, zing route to the left side. I don't even know what it was. Through the offensive line, literally to your 10 o'clock, straight to the sideline, and Daniel Jones hits him in stride for third. It was disgusting. I'd never even seen this route before from a player. I don't even know what Tyler Warren is.
Yeah, he's a super athlete. I mean, we saw him at Penn State last year be the number one weapon besides maybe the running back combo. We talked about it last week. Again, not to be redundant, but I mean, he's a beast. I think, like I said, the Jets taking Fashanu over Bowers last year, I think very similarly will be looked at as them taking Membu over Warren this year. I think Warren is on a Bowers level, maybe not quite as fast.
Oh no, he's definitely athletic, yeah.
But as terms of a football player and weapon,
I want Warren. Give me Warren. Bowers is too receivery for me. I like Warren more.
I don't think I could say that, but
I think Warren's his skill set, I feel like it's very iffy, but I feel like he's right at that Bowers level, and I think it depends how he would finish this season. I feel like for me, again, Bowers is still very new.
Oh no, he's either right at the level or just below him. I mean, if Zach wants to take him over him, I mean, I can't make too hard of an argument against it. I think Brock Bowers, like I said, it's a little bit recency bias to be like Tyler Warren's definitely someone I take over. Brock Bowers literally last year set the record for receptions as a tight end as a rookie.
With Aiden O'Connell at quarterback or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially with Aiden O'Connell, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a monster. But Tyler Warren is a monster too. This
Colts Daniel Jones look good, your boy. Are you arriving at the point yet, John, that the Giants failed Daniel Jones?
I mean, I'm not quite there yet. I think the Broncos game helped, but it's a long season. He is fast. He still kind of has those skills. Steichen will scheme it up a little bit, but I do think that teams will catch up. But
JT looked good, by the way. Let's just give a shout out to JT, over 200 yards last week. My man looks like he's got his legs back. You fleece your boy Pittman for now until Harvey actually becomes something. So nice job on that trade. But yeah, Pittman is the only guy in the league with over 1,000 yards with 5 different quarterbacks. I think the stat is something crazy. It's wild that he's had over 1,000 yards with all these different quarterbacks. Pittman's a stud. Downs is a guy. Alec Pierce, I think, has just been waiting for a guy that can throw him the ball. and
Alex
get him,
Pierce,
like,
I feel like is trying to like break out, and it feels
yeah,
like
he's like right there. Yeah, if Alec Pierce played with like Mahomes, for example, I feel like it could be like, or
I mean,
Allen.
all this being said, I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Titans won this weekend and Daniel Jones threw
Titans
three.
defense is studly.
Like everyone, like I think the Colts might be the most fraudulent 2-0 team, and I don't have the list in front of me, but I'm not sitting here being like, oh, I'm scared of the Colts. You know,
Tons of injuries though on the Titans. J.C. Latham is going to be out. Devondre Sweat,
what position does he play?
he's offensive tackle.
I'm just saying, you say it like you know who J.C. Latham.
No, yeah, he's one of their starting tackles. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., their corner, and L'Jarius Sneed are both questionable at corner, both corners. Kevin Zeitler, their guard, is questionable. He's trash.
I know JC. I mean, I don't know who the one guy you said is, and I know a lot of football. I know JC Latham's a tackle from Alabama, but it was just funny the way you like presented it. Like it was like.
But yeah, no, I think the Colts are, generally speaking, they're gonna. I think Ward and Warren are supposed to play, so they're gonna come in with a clean sheet of injury. I just until I see otherwise, I'm taking the Colts. Like until I see
That's
otherwise,
fair. That's
you know
fair.
what I mean? It's like until because they're running the ball too. It's not just Jones. JT looks great, and their continuity looks good. It seems like they just are finally in a rhythm, like of a team. They don't like this changing of the quarterback every fucking year with this team. It's just a mess. It's always been a mess. So I feel like they're finally getting into some kind of rhythm here. But yeah, I think the Titans are sneaky. The points are a little high for me. I'd probably alt it down to 2.5. That would be my take. Colts minus.
I like that. I like that. Colts minus 2.5 on the road. I like that a lot. I think it is a lot of points. I think the Titans are live here. Cam Ward hasn't had great stats, but the eye test has been pretty good.
Agree.
Over under 43.5. Colts minus 5.5. It's probably a fade on the most part, but I do like throwing like the Colts money line in with the plus 10.5 for the Jets. That's like the type of bet. That's where I live. That's my world. You know, like that's where I'm at. I probably will make that bet tomorrow.
Word. Anything you want to finish up there, Whoopty? We'll move on.
No, I agree with you guys. I think we can kind of go from that.
Cool.
Weird kind of game. I don't trust half the time with the Colts, and I'm on with Hotz about them being very fringy.
Cool. That makes sense. All right, Raiders at Washington Commanders. Jane Daniels is officially out, so they got Hotz's boy Mariota starting. Commanders are favored from what I see here, -3. What do you have on your end?
Commanders minus 2.5.
Oh, that's better. We'll take yours. -2.5.
But it's
then.
minus 120, so it's like they don't want to give the 3 at 110. It seems like, and then the over under is 43.5. So basically,
Raiders offensive line is so bad. I watched some tape last week of this kid on Sleeper going through their tape. There's just like one Raiders fan. This like young kid. He's like 17.
I know who you're talking about. He's talking about Genty being the people calling Genty a bust, and he's like,
yeah. And then he just goes through the
good.
offensive line. These guys he's good though.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Film.
He knows what he's talking about, and like what he was saying was correct. Some of these offensive linemen are fucking lost in space on the Raiders offensive line, and Gino does not call protection well at all.
Gino's been one of those ones that I feel like people are like, oh yeah, he's back. Like Gino is a product of him just being a vet. Like he makes sound plays. He's not gonna.
Yeah, he can go through the motions. He's a top 20 quarterback, top 15 quarterback, whatever. Whenever on a given week he can play well, but it's just like they don't really have a star receiver on this team either. Yeah. Jacoby Myers is okay.
Yeah, like to be honest, like Gino. Are they in a better QB position? Yes, I will say that they are.
Aiden O'Connell?
Yes, I will never trust Aiden O'Connell with a 10-foot pole. That'll just be I'm dead setting that.
I think the Seahawks choosing Sam Darnold over Geno Smith tells you everything you need to know.
And then his comments, like, I never felt that like the team was my team with Russell Wilson. This guy's just like an unconfident asshole. Like, it's annoying to me. I kind of like the Raiders here with
his teammate, the Jets. It broke his jaw.
Yeah, I kind of like. I remember that's true. I forgot about that. I remember that now, though.
Backup linebacker just broke Geno Smith's jaw in the locker room because he no-showed him for whatchamacallit, when you have like a short camp in the summer. Basketball camp, like a short one. Oh fuck! Whatever.
Oh,
It was like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but whatever.
yeah.
Football camp, and Geno Smith like agreed to do it, and didn't show up, and the guy just broke his jaw in the locker.
I love that. Yeah, I like the Raiders here. I don't know. It's in Washington. Mariota is sneaky though. He's a sneaky guy. I think you can get this. Could be a Krosky merit
A clinic.
Clinic. There you go. Basketball clinic. Good call.
Yeah,
I just Krosky Merritt. We could see a lot from him this week. Maybe this is a week to start him for sure. I
don't know why you're flexing. You're playing against them with me.
No, I was saying clinic. I pulled clinic from my mind.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, but we'll go back to this because I was talking Krosky Merritt, and I'll be able to clip farm this because Hotz was going like this, and he's playing against Krosky Merritt. So the 152 tuds is coming right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's a clinic. I was flexing on the clinic.
Nope. The clip is already there.
Oh, real quick before we
farming.
The guy who does the breakdowns, because I want to give him credit, because his name is film.watchers1 on Instagram.
Yeah, he's great. He's like this
really
good
kid.
He's great.
Very good.
He knows the positions. He knows how the mic. He talks about everything within football jargon. He's great.
No, he knows the coverages, the protections. He's very good.
He's very good. Shouts to him. But yeah, like I just until I see it, I don't want to believe it. This is a game I would fade the fuck out of for the record. But if I'm going to take anything, I'll take the team with the points, and it's the Raiders. I feel like Pete Carroll's just got something for Mariota. He's a great coach. You know, I'm going to put my eggs in his basket for this one. And Noah Brown and Jaden Daniels both being out. John Bates, the tight end, also. That doesn't mean anything, but just a blocking tight end. But yeah, I don't know. Brock Bowers got limited practices all week. He's going to have no designation. He's good to go. So that's good. He seemed to escape last week without any injury, but he was kind of a decoy last week. So probably get a full dose of him this week. Genty could have his first huge game. I could see that too. But again, this Raiders offensive line is a thing, and the Washington defensive front can be ferocious. We have what's his name, Payne on that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just like Fowler's on that defensive line too. Is that right?
No, he's back on the Cowboys.
Who's on that defensive line now with Payne? Anybody else?
They actually just added Preston Smith because they've been hurt. He used to play there. They added him back. I think they've actually lost a lot of pieces that you're thinking of. I know they still have Dorrance Armstrong from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Their defensive line, like I said, they added. But, I mean, the Commanders, I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm like,
they're fake.
Aiden Daniels similar to Stroud? Obviously, he's out this week. It's just like, were they the Texans? I know the Texans won the playoff game last year, but I don't think anyone was looking at them like a Super Bowl contender.
You know
they
what
were
it is?
the year before. And I think that the Commanders might be in a similar spot this year. I don't think the Raiders are going to win, but I don't love the Commanders either. It's a tough spot.
Von Miller's on the Commanders too.
Yeah, for me, it's like, I hate to say it, but it's just like I feel like the Commanders are just old. Like there's no like.
They are old. Defensively, they're very old.
Yeah,
they're very old as a team.
I think they're the oldest team in the NFL. Actually,
Yeah.
That's a good call.
They are.
There's just no spark. There's no one that's gonna be like. That's the difference maker of like where you would lean one versus the other. I feel like
Wagner, Lattimore, Von Miller, all old.
Lattimore right now. I'm gonna shout out my boy on the Eagles, AJ Brown. He broke Lattimore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say that he broke him.
I mean, Lattimore is dead.
Yeah.
Lattimore was Mike Evans' son for like how many years?
No, I think he's been a good player. I just think, I don't think AJ Brown broke him. I think.
He broke him. He broke him after last year's playoffs. Like, no, he broke him easily.
I like it. Live with the. I like it. Live with the take. That's fine.
I got Mikey Sammer still, but I don't know.
I don't see
the Commanders, I think, could be the team. Every year in the NFL, there's teams that don't make the playoffs who overperform. There's teams who went far that don't make the playoffs. It's the best sport in the world. There's the most parity, and I think that there is potential for fall off for the Commanders.
Hot take, I think the Cowboys will finish better than the Commanders this year.
I think it's definitely possible. I mean, the Packers dog walked the Commanders. The final score was a lot closer than the game.
Yeah. They took them to the park, made them shit, took them home, like the whole thing. Yep.
All right, then we got one more 1:00 game.
Was that the Rams-Eagles game?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let Hoopty lead off from there, but real quick, Eagles -3.5 at home. under 44.5.
Well, are you taking the under already?
No, over under 40.5. 44.5.
All right, so this one I feel like, and this is a speed
Rematch of the playoffs, Woopty. I know this game gave you ulcers last year in the
Oh,
playoffs.
100%. My heart palpitations were going through.
And then Saquon started smacking his own helmet and breaking his hand on that run. He's like, I'm ending this game.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Realistically for me, this game I think goes either way. Still got to give it to Puka. They added Devontae Adams, so that secondary is going to be challenged very heavily. At the
You don't like a Dory Smith? You mean a Dory Jackson, bro? Come on, man.
No.
When he was talking about Slay earlier, like losing a step, I was like, so you'd rather
Yeah, Dory Jackson. Dory Jackson has a walker.
Me personally, I truly
good on the Eagles for letting go of Slay. You have a Dory Jackson now.
I more look at Slay like he's still decent, but it's again like
the three dragons that you've seen that meme. And then there's like the fourth dragon that kind of looks retarded. That's the Dory Jackson.
Yeah, it's just like I wish it panned out better, but yeah, like you and me, Zach, actually talked about it. You said Adoree Jackson was a body. Me seeing it personally, he is just a body.
His last good year was with the Giants when we went to the playoffs. That was it.
But
2023 or whatever that was. That was his last like peak season, I would say.
I will say I definitely give this game a very big back and forth vibe. I can see it going like how the Bills and the Dolphins came to where they score again. Someone makes a stop.
Would you rather have Stafford or Hurts?
It depends what team you're on. I mean, if I'm on the Eagles, I'd rather have Hurts. If I'm on the Rams, I'd rather have Stafford.
Do you think the Rams are better if they have Hurts?
No.
100% no. The thing is, this is where
I don't think the Eagles are better if they have Stafford either, because I think Hurts works for the Eagles. The tush push, go through one read and just take off for 7 yards on second and 4. Just keep the chains moving.
I think it's more of like in the sense that you mentioned Hotz with like Tua, and like if they go off Tua, they have to adjust a lot of things. Like this is obviously
If Eagles go to Stafford, they're gonna have to change.
Good call. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely not like the same as like with the left hand, right-handed, but they're both now an organization that is very well coached, but they built around their QBs very well.
Yeah, no, it might be more crazy than left-handed to right-handed, just based on style of play. Honestly, that's a good call.
Yeah, I feel like it really can go either way with these teams. I feel like the only real glaring offensive weakness between the Rams and the Eagles is running back, where you have Saquon Barkley versus Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams is a result of getting a lot of pass catching, whereas Saquon can go in between the lines. And I feel like in a game like this, I feel like you really need a guy that can go through the A and the B gap. And I don't think Kyren Williams really does that, especially when you're going on a line with.
Kyren Williams is also a small guy, so I feel like guys can tackle him on the Eagles. Like Saquon, you need 2 to 3 guys to bring him down.
Yeah.
Kyren, you only need maybe like a DeJean could fucking light up a fucking Kyren Williams. It's how I look at it.
And even to that, Cooper DeJean, he tackled down Derrick Henry.
Corum, though, has been in the fold too. He looks good.
No, what I'll say is more so. We talk about position groups. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown versus Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, you could argue, is close, a push. One's better, the other's better. But in terms of utilizing those players, like the Rams are going to fucking on Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, and they're going to tee off.
They have all of the opportunity to expose the Eagles secondary as the weak point in that team, along with their pass rush. The Eagles lost Josh Sweat. They lost Milton Williams. Brandon Graham retired. They are now down to Nolan Smith.
Who's good.
And, obviously Jalen Carter in the middle.
Also, remember they did sign Zadarius Smith, and he did get a half a sack last week.
Yeah, he is on that team. He's a low.
But that's like we go back to the Commanders. Yeah, it's like that's just
like a Preston Smith. Yeah, it's a rotational guy.
Yeah. But their pass rush is not what it was last year.
No,
I love Zach Vaughn though.
Secondary is not what it was last year.
Yeah,
I think the linebackers still are good with Zach Vaughn. I think Zach
Vaughn's excellent, but Campbell got a little bit exposed by the Cowboys' offensive line. If we're being honest, if we're looking at that film, He was getting fucking bullied.
This is going to be one of those games where like they're going to do the exact same strategy that they did to the Chiefs. I feel like the Eagles. It's going to be a lot of these three, like going to third down, small third downs, and then Hurts is being a fucking loser and just like running the ball for a first down, and like they do tush push twice, and it's
I'll be honest, I have tush push fatigue. Like I don't even want to talk about it on the podcast.
It's so fucking annoying.
On every podcast and every fucking media outlet.
It's so fucking annoying at this point.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm over it. They didn't ban it. It's going to be around this year. Maybe they officiated differently. Whatever, dude. I don't want to talk about it. It's fucking boring.
No,
it's boring and broken. Yep.
Listen, I will never be the fan that will tell you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rub it in your face. Like, no, like, listen, at the end of the day, it's just a play that gets results, and because
you have nothing to apologize for as an Eagles fan.
You're just rooting for your team.
You should be the one person who loves it because it works. I respect it. But I'm just saying, outside of that, it's boring. Yeah. It's a boring. It's
no,
not
football,
you're
right.
It's rugby. It's
I'm just more of saying like I'm not going to be the one that's saying, oh, it's so great, and it's not like no, it's a play. Like same as any other play. Yeah. And the thing is,
I do think that Saquon is like the main X factor in this game. You know, I think he's going to get the ball 30 times in this game. I think it's going to be one of those types of games. I could see the under hitting actually here and it being a little stagnant because both these teams know each other so well. But I also see fireworks maybe on the other side of this coin. It's one of the other.
I agree with both of you guys because Saquon went off both times they played the Rams last year.
Yeah.
But I also do think that the wide receivers on the Rams are going to go off. So
Devontae Adams had a touchdown last week, right? He finally got going last week.
Yeah, he scored last week. Yeah,
like 90 yards and a tud. I think that's
right.
I know
he scored for sure, but I don't.
I'll look up his box score, but I think he got off last week for the first time with Stafford.
But yeah, I mean, this game, I think the smart money is on the Rams plus the 3.5, but
probably it
is on the road.
I'll give the over.
The over is 44.5.
Yeah, because you have to look at also the last two games. Then they comfortably won on 50, and I would say besides Devontae Adams and the few pieces that went off the defense, I think it's still going to be an over 44-point game. I would say.
I like that. All right, we're going to the 4:00 games. I got Saints Seahawks here. Saints +7.
Devontae had 6 catches, by the way, 106 yards and a touchdown last week. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, then he'll have at least 100 against the North.
That was against Tennessee's defense, which has been solid.
Saints at the Seahawks +7.
Seahawks are home in that game.
Over under 41.5. Yeah, Saints at the Seahawks.
Oh, give me the Seahawks. Okay. Give me the Seahawks. That Saints.
Charbonnet, Julian Love, and Witherspoon are all going to be out.
-7. There's a lot of points in the NFL.
A lot of points. I love McDonald, though. I love the Seahawks team. I told you about this team, Hotz. Them going on the road and proving me right on the Pittsburgh game last week made me so happy because I do like the Seahawks team a lot. Cooper Kupp at 90 yards last week. JSN looks great. Kenneth Walker seems to have found the form. Going to be full dose of him this week with no Sharby. I just like the Saints. Rattler has been better than as advertised in a way. The Seahawks team is something to me. I think this is going to be one of those teams. They're a sneaky team, and they're just not to be fucked with every week. Like I feel like they're a team that can just compete week in and week out. Any team. So I got the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks cover here. I just like the Seahawks all the way.
Really? Yeah. All right. So you're giving what was it, 7 or 7.5?
I'll take it. I don't give a shit. I'll take it. I would probably alt it down to 6.5 to make it 7 to make them win by 7 or more. That would be what I would say there, but to like maybe eat that point.
5.5 a point.
Yeah. I'd buy that point back, but like other than that, like I love the Seahawks, man. I'm a big fan of Mike McDonald. Big fan.
All right. I'm about it. I'll root for the Seahawks just because my brother's a Seahawks fan, but yeah, I'm good with that.
They're just a tough place to play off. The Saints are traveling across the country, new time zone as well. That's a far travel from New Orleans out to Seattle. It's another thing. Seattle's feeling good after the home win. Those flights. Hotz and I have talked about that on the pod. Like when you fly home after a road victory in a place like Pittsburgh, let's say going back to Seattle, that flight's fun. That they're feeling good. That shit's good. So I do
believe in that take more West Coast to East Coast. It's more of a disadvantage than East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah, for sure. But
I will say that in this game, like the
Martinez, maybe Damian Martinez hijack touchdown, maybe.
I don't know who Damian Martinez is. But one thing I'll say first and foremost, Nick was like, "Oh, my brother's Seahawks. I'll root for them." He roots for lots of teams. To be fair, so
Okay, I could be Maine.
you're a habitual team cheerer for.
I
But
already know.
no, I will say the Saints have played tougher than I thought they would the past couple weeks, but this is a very trappy line as far as I'm concerned. Because I feel like I should be betting the Saints +7, but I absolutely don't want to at all. As for the over/under at 41.5, now I just feel like an idiot because I want to bet every over, and I know that's how you lose.
I feel like this is a weird take your under because I can see it taking the over if it's a blowout, but I also can see the under if it's like 21.
I see the Saints scoring 14 points in the fourth quarter to lose by 10 and then winning the over. You know, like it was 21-7.
The backdoor Bryce Young of last week. Yeah.
It was 21 or 17-7 going into the fourth quarter, and then the over.
Yo, Juwan Johnson, bro, tight end 5 right now or something like that. Whatever.
Is he really?
Something like that. He looks good. Yeah, this game is a mess. I think it's fading. It is completely okay. I'll just stay in the pocket though. I'm going with the Seahawks -6.5. Let me get that.
All right.
Broncos Chargers. You got next over there, John?
Yep. Broncos +2.5. Over under 45.5.
I got the Chargers -3 on my side, so we'll say -2.5 there.
Yeah, and then the thing that's weird about this game for me is I feel like no one's talking about how good the Chargers defense has been.
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
I think that the Chargers defense and the Broncos defense are both going to kind of match energy here, if you will. And that
I don't know if you can stop the Chargers on offense right now, the way they're humming.
I think it's going to be an interesting battle between who is the better veteran head coach, I believe. Either Harbaugh or Sean Payton. I feel like that's going to be more of the headline. I feel like
it's a mind game, you're saying, between the two of them.
This is going to be an actual chess match. I think this is our first chess match we get of the game.
Division game.
No, you're talking about the Chargers like they're unstoppable, but they scored 27 points and 20 points. Like they're not like going out 45.
It's also the way that hurt, but they also have done it without a run game. Like Amari and Hampton hasn't really found it yet.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying my point being is like to be like, oh, they can't. I don't know if anyone could stop them. Like they scored 20 points against the Raiders on Monday night. It wasn't like they went for 45. Like their offense.
Herbert is still Herbert. He has.
I just think they're talking. Like I said, this game is 45.5 over under. I'm like
under.
Where are the points coming from?
Yeah, I kind of like that. I think this could be a heavy dose of Lad. I'm not just saying that because I own him. I really think the slot here, because it's Surtain and the outside's going to be tough.
Every time Zach has a player in the game, he's like, "Yeah,
stop it." That's not. Don't even go there.
Point to mention it.
No, I'm just saying that the slot is really where they're going to have to make their hay in this game for the Chargers, because Surtain the second on the outside, that's going to be locked down. I feel like this is the game where Keenan Allen they're going to be really emphasizing find somebody else.
Question, Zach. Did I see Surtain was on an injury report at some point?
He was week 1. As of right now, it's clean sheet for him. He's good to go. Evan Ingram is out. Dre Greenlaw is out.
Yeah, I saw Greenlaw got put on IR, so that's...
Yeah. Cam Hart, a really good corner on the Chargers, is questionable. He's been playing well from what I've seen earlier in this year. Disley looks like he's going to be out. Doesn't matter at all. That's fine. It's a weird game. I'd probably fade it. I like the under, though, as Hotz said. That's a good
I kind of like the under now for some reason. I feel like it's going to be really a battle of, like I said, a chess match between both coaches, and I think both defenses come through. I could see like this pending score being like 21-17 or even like 17-14, personally.
Love it.
Love it. All right, Cardinals and Niners. This is like an even line, right?
This is a -2.5 for the 49ers.
Oh, wow.
Over under 44.5. Kind of like the Cardinals here. I don't know why.
They've been playing good football. Yeah.
I kind of like the Cardinals too, to be honest. And I'm not just saying it for like
Kyler's number though. That's the only thing.
It's just like a dog or pass almost for me. Probably just Cardinals money line. It's +110 here.
Mac Jones played well last week on the road.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns passing. I mean, this is what we talked about Kyle Shanahan wanting to trade up for Mac Jones in that draft. He's been waiting to play with him, to coach him up. So Christian McCaffrey looks disgusting early on. disgusting. You cannot guard this guy. Some of the routes that they had him like split out all the way, like even with the quarterback right on that route for the touchdown. It's just like, what is this guy?
So you're saying, like, are we talking like 2023 McCaffrey?
We're just talking like it's Christian McCaffrey. Like, it doesn't even matter. Pick your year. Like, the guy is fucking filthy. As a receiver,
you pick your year, you're not picking last year.
The guy is a Hall of Fame talent. He's one of the best receivers in football if he were to play receiver, it feels like. Like, he's just gross. You can't guard him.
Yeah, no. McCaffrey's a monster. Obviously, going into like fantasy drafts this year might have taken a little bit of a hit because of the injury to start last year, but he's a monster. When he's on the field, he's one of the best players we've ever seen.
Ricky Pearsall, Hotz, you were on him off season. Like, he's looked great early on. Juwan Jennings looks like still a guy. And they got this defense looking a lot better with Salah being back in the fold. They just seem to be moving a little faster and being a little bit more in position, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And I just feel like they've had Kyler's number. The last time I thought I saw a stat something like this, like solid defenses against Kyler, really, really successful. So this is not the first time Salah's seen Kyler, as we know.
No, for sure. But it might be the first time Salah's seen Kyler with Jonathan Gannon, So
yeah, and I saw the inside tracks of Jonathan Gannon, bro, and that guy is a football coach.
Yeah,
Philly fans are mad to lose that guy. That guy is a football coach.
Yeah, he's a little weirdo. He's got his like pew pew explosives, but he's a good coach.
Ball.
And I think that the whole Salah versus Murray thing, it's it is different when there's a different head coach there, a different offensive coordinator. But whatever it is, I think that the Cardinals are just going to find a way tomorrow. I think Kyler's going to run around. Marvin Harrison's going to get open. McBride's going to play well. And
that one scramble by Kyler last week was disgusting.
Like last week, you're up 1-0. You took the Colts and the Broncos. Excellent game, by the way. Back and forth. Could have went either way.
Bullshit penalty at the end of the game.
I'll take the Cardinals if you want to take the 49ers.
Sure, let's do it. Throw it up. I got the Niners there.
You're up 1-0. I don't know if we have terms of this year-long.
Nah. What did we say? What is the bet? Wear each other's team's uniforms? Was that it?
Sure, we could do that. I'm down.
All right, cool. So we'll do that. And we also have the same bet for when the Giants play the Cowboys later on this year. So we'll keep it flying there.
What do you mean? The Cowboys already beat the Giants. Now you're going to say it for next.
Remember, we talked about them playing again, and we were like,
oh, I never said I would do it for the next game, but not this game. No way.
Right.
I said that.
Cowboys should be way better at that point. You might see Jackson Dart in that game, though.
You have to rig it so that it has to be a 1-1 for you to win. That's crazy.
That's the idea. I got to rig it. Cowboys are better.
You can't rig it. What are you talking about?
Cowboys are better.
It's called mushing it.
Yeah, mushing it. That is mushing it.
Tried to rig it.
All right, speaking of the Cowboys.
We never said that.
All right, whatever, fine. I'm up 1-0. We'll just do it for this bet then. We'll just say I'm up 1-0, and you got the Cardinals, I got the Niners. You want to do just money line straight up, or you want it with the points? Either way is fine.
No, definitely the points. What do you mean?
All right, cool. It's -2, you said?
Plus 2.5 for the Cardinals.
All right. Yeah, so the Niners got to win by a field goal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, that sounds good. Moving on to your Cowboys at the Bears here. John Bland's going to be out again. That sucks. TJ Edwards is hamstring. Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Jones, all on the defense, all out.
Yeah. And I got to add on to something for Hotz. Trayvon Diggs popped up on the injury report with a knee issue.
Yeah, he's fine. He's not on the sheet there.
I don't know. I don't know if he's.
No, it popped up today, Zach.
Let me read it. Hold on.
All right. Well, just getting into it, even whether Diggs plays or not, both offenses should thrive. Both defensive backfields are banged up. Pass rush banged up. In terms of fucking the over/under is 50.5 in the NFL. That is a college.
What?
Yeah. So
obviously, Booth is a fucking retard on one end, and on the other end, there's
40-37 last week. It's 77 points there. So,
what are they thinking?
They're thinking that the Cowboys and Bears both play shit defense, and they have wide receivers who could dominate the other team's.
Wow. They called up 2 corners from practice squad on the Cowboys. He could be trending out, John Diggs. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of speculation, to be honest. But
yikes. If him and Bland are out and Caleb Williams can't win this game, just put in Badgett and close your eyes.
No.
Well, we'll see because I got Caleb starting in fantasy against John this week.
Jesus, dude, this is a game that the Bears have to figure out a way to stay in. They lose, it's okay, but if they get blown out by the Cowboys here and Caleb Williams sucks against this fucking defense that let Russell Wilson put up 500 yards last week, I mean, my God,
it might be blood. Especially for now people are going to start talking are you wasting Ben Johnson now? Not even talking about Gabe Williams. They're going to say, are you wasting Ben Johnson?
it's also when you look at the Cowboys, how many times can it just come over you as a fan? It's oh, Micah Parsons would have ended the game here. Oh, Micah Parsons would have ended the game here. Oh, Micah Parsons would have ended the game here. It's your defense is so fucking bad. And what? It's just,
I don't know. I haven't thought that once as a Cowboys fan, to be honest. And not just, I was mad when the trade happened. I'm pissed. It's annoying, but I'm not Micah Parsons.
You're not situating it within the game. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean, our defense sucked last year.
Yeah.
But that's the point that
the amount of long third downs last week.
The Cowboys defense played good against the Eagles. They played shitty against the Giants, but they played a good game against the Eagles. They shut down Saquon in the second half. They shut down the Eagles in general in the second half.
You talked about it though, John. The week one defenses, that's spoken our unders point. It's it takes time for the offense.
But also, obviously the pass defense was atrocious, but Bland was out. All right, Mike is out. Now it's Mike is out and Deron Bland is out. That's different than just Micah out for sure. Deron Bland's a stud. Probably one of the most underrated players in the NFL.
Yeah, you got
those Wandale 3rd and 25s and the Wandale touchdown at the end of the game probably doesn't happen if Deron Bland's in the game.
Yeah.
So it is tough to be
one of those is not happening, probably. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just I'm just with the Micah trade, especially with that last point I'll make onto it. I just think they needed to get way more into the return. I get.
Oh yeah, we talked about this though because they didn't fish the trade all summer. They played this jostling game and then they took the first deal to the team that they lost in the playoffs the last 3 times they played in the playoffs. The whole thing was
it's the worst haul in the history of the world.
It's the worst haul ever, but they
definitely could have had
2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark has been really good.
Yeah, no, I 100% it's not
the strength of the team has been the interior.
For sure.
Run.
Yeah, with Nealand and Kenny Clark and whoever else there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and fucking Solomon Thomas.
Interior has been the best part of the
team. Odigizua was a monster.
Digizua.
Yeah, that's what their strength is.
Definitely their best strength of the team. And I think that, honestly, Micah being on the team versus Kenny Clark, are you really a better defense? Maybe Micah makes us some more X-factor plays here and there.
Michael Carson is an amazing player.
Yeah, but at the same time, is that changing them?
To your point, I'm not oh, Micah would have closed us out here. No.
Yeah.
We've been to the play.
I do think, Nick, you're right, though, in the sense that they could have sourced a better deal.
Right.
That's we talked about. That's you have to do that at the beginning of the offseason.
Yeah. Right. It would have had to happen in March.
It was too late for it to
It's too late.
Expect it to be
my thing I want to ask, at least for you, John, here's what I would say. When I thought about the trade, here's what I thought. I say keep what you had. Either A, add in another pick, but make it a conditional based on how much Micah plays, especially with that injury. So in my head, I was thinking the 2 first, the player, in the sense it's Kenny Clark, put a conditional 3rd, make it a 2nd, and get a 5th or 6th.
I also would have forced them to give you one of those receivers. What the fuck?
Nah. I think you could be fine without that.
For what? To get who? Wicks?
I don't know, whatever. Give me Christian Watson, whatever. Even if the injury-prone guy, I'll take
Christian Watson's not going to play. I don't even think we trade a player's on IR. I don't even. I think that's
is he on IR at that point? Yeah, I guess
he's on IR right now. What do you mean?
He's on IR right now. Yeah. But he started the season on IR?
Yeah, he's been since last year. He tore his ACL in the last game or Achilles.
That's right. Yeah, they're a mess at receiver. That team. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but I'm saying I like Lamb. Pickens and Turpin.
Yeah.
Why do I need a wide receiver for?
Yeah. Just a throw in. If you're gonna just haul it, should haul it. But whatever. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the game. I want to talk about this game a little bit. Dallas Cowboys -1 is what I have on my end, John, on the road. Is that right?
-1.5.
Okay.
And over under 50.5.
Bears are 0-2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Season's on the line here. Yeah, this is a gross game for the Cowboys. Ugh. Swift is questionable.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have Monangai.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I don't know what to think here.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think in this game. I would fade the shit out of this game. It's just all.
I would take the under, if anything. Take the under. Run.
I don't know. Dak Prescott looks fucking good, man.
I mean, I don't see how the Bears defense stops.
They don't have corners. Dylan Johnson's out. The Jones is out.
Williams.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't. CD Lamb's gonna
Javonte Williams looking like the pick of the draft so far.
Yeah, Javonte Williams. Yeah, Kyler Gordon and Jalen Williams and Jalen Jones. All those corners are out.
And Jalen Johnson's out for a long time.
Yeah, and it's like this team in their secondary is a mess.
I wouldn't take the under. I think the under is a bad bet.
Yeah, CD Lamb could have 200 yards in this game.
That's a fair point. So then what would you say revise? Like, would the only...
If you want to move the under up to, like, you could be, like, under 55. Let's see if I put it...
I don't even know if I do that, John.
Honestly...
I don't know if I do that either.
I go the other way. Go to 45
yeah, alternate total over 45.5, we'll say.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I like.
Is minus 212.
I'm going down, Whoopty. I'm going the other way. Go down and then
over 45.5 minus 212.
Also, Caleb Williams, you saw it on Thanksgiving last year. He's the quintessential garbage time quarterback. Can't say that enough.
Very true. Very true. So, like, you
that wasn't even garbage time on Thanksgiving. They could have won that game.
Could have won that game. It ended up being, they played with their food. I think it was the Lions, right? They were playing.
Realistically, you guys.
No, that was the whole game where they didn't call the timeout. And then
right. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Yeah. That guy, what's his name, fired. Yeah. Basically. Eberflus's loser ass. And the Cowboys are like,
name fired. You just named him like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then he's like, Cowboys are like, let me get that.
Well, he was the Cowboys linebacker coach before.
He's a joke. Anyway, Schottenheimer looks good though. I like Shoddy. He's been impressive actually. I saw his post game, the way he was like he's been better than we thought. I think. Okay. He's been okay. He's been better than we thought. All right, let's move to the Sunday night game here. By the way, I'm fading that game. I'll take the under on it. I mean the over on it all. Like 45, like we just talked about. That would be my take there.
That's a good bet.
Yeah. Chiefs at the Giants. God, this is a bad game for the Giants.
Nobody cares.
Look, it's a bad game for both of them.
It's literally a horrible game for everyone.
Hang on, just real quick. The Cowboys Bears being like the Fox game of the week.
That's bad.
Thanks to like this slate being so shitty. Like this is one of the shittiest.
There's so many quarterbacks out. The whole slate.
All the games we went through, besides maybe Broncos Chargers.
We should have saw Burrow versus JJ McCarthy. We're seeing Wentz versus Browning.
We're not even seeing Burrow versus JJ McCarthy. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. The whole league is fucked up. We should have seen Jaden Daniels.
There's like no good games this week.
There's no good games this week.
No, Rams. I'll say Rams, Eagles.
I was about to say yes.
Rams, Eagles, and the Broncos Chargers are the only two good games this entire week. Until Monday night, Lions.
I would also say the Cardinals-Niners game is a cool game.
I would say Patriots and Steelers.
Cardinals and
Steelers. That's a good take, Whoopty.
No, Cardinals and the Niners is the same time as Bears-Cowboys, and they chose to make Bears-Cowboys the game of the week.
Yeah, that's a mistake to me. That's the Cowboys, America's team. Yeah.
Well, the fucking Cardinals and fucking Mac Jones. Are you fucking kidding me? Steelers and the Patriots. I'm not giving you guys. No way.
No.
No. That's a good game.
I can see that being a
young stunner versus the OG.
No.
What about the Colts and the Titans?
Dude, any game could be a good game, overtime, back and forth. But I'm saying like a good.
You're talking about like juice pregame.
Good matchups in the only good matchups are Rams, Eagles, and Broncos, Chargers.
And we're going to get to this game, the Monday night game too. Yeah.
The Monday night, Lions, Ravens.
Okay.
There's three good games out of 16. There's no bye weeks this week. There's 3 good games.
Yikes.
Cowboys Bears being the game of the week is crazy.
Chiefs Giants. Giants offense looked good last week, but also the Cowboys defense is disgustingly bad. I don't know. This game is a mess. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't believe the Giants are stuck in this spot where they're 0-2 and have to face an 0-2 Chiefs team that's desperate. It's just so fucking dumb. If you don't take the Chiefs in this game, you're a retard, in my opinion. Like, I just can't see a measurable where the Giants win this game only because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' season is on the line. 0-3 is dead. Period.
But Zach, wouldn't you get satisfaction if the Giants somehow won this?
I mean, of course. I'm gonna root for them.
Obviously,
of course. But I'm a realistic. I'm gonna give you a realistic take before I'm gonna give my fanship take. Like, yeah, fanship, of course, I'm rooting for the Giants, but like, realistic take. A desperate team that's been in the Super Bowl 5 of the last 6 years, that's 0-2. Like, just blow my fucking head off. Of course, this is the Giants' circumstance. How many times in week 2 are we going to give up a 64-yard field goal to then ruin our season? It happened with Jake Elliott a couple years ago with the Philadelphia Eagles. That fucking killed us. The fucking Aubrey last week. It's just the same shit every fucking season with this team.
The Giants have lost more games than anyone besides the Jets and the Browns for the last decade.
They've also lost more games by less than 7 points in like the last 5 years than any team. It's gross. It's coaching.
That's the hardest cope I've ever heard in my life. I've never heard someone cope so hard. It's because they've lost more games than everyone else. That's
I know. It's just like it's always. But I'm saying it's never like it's.
The only way that's a brag.
It's not a brag.
Games by 7 or less points is against the Jets and the Browns, who have lost more games than you.
It's only.
We've lost more games by 7 or fewer points. That's because you've lost more games.
I'm just saying, as a Giants fan, it's always pain.
Redundant.
It's always pain, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pain.
But I'm saying, there's teams that have lost less games, but a higher percentage of games they've lost by 7 or fewer points.
It's just like
you're more prone to have lost the most games by 7 or fewer points when you've lost the most games.
Yes, for sure. But again, the other side of this coin is that like it's just never. It's not like they're the Jets where they get blown out. No, it's funny
times they're getting blown out. They are getting blown out all the time.
But I'm telling you, they're losing a lot of games they're in the game and they beat themselves. I watch it. Happens every week. 14 penalties last week.
They've lost more games by 7 or fewer points than the Chiefs because the Chiefs win most games. You know what I mean?
Win a lot of those games, those one-score games. Yeah.
But
last year the Chiefs were terrible against the spread.
It's like the stat of like the guys who throw the most touchdowns in NFL history throw the most interceptions.
I'm more speaking about a lot of times
you lose the most games, you're going to be high.
This take that you have is like it's fine, but I obviously when you have one of the most losses of the league, then the idea of having most one-score losses, it's a null and voided point because you're still losing games. Nevertheless, but I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is
null and void. It's just it doesn't mean anything. Like
that's fine. But I'm also saying that as a fan watching the game, it's always painful, is what I'm getting at.
It's not always a one-score game. Just because it's
a lot of times it is
doesn't mean it always is. It's just you've lost so many games that
it's a lot of times
it fall into that one-score category.
Like 10 times a year, it's a one-score game, at least.
It's the fucking NFL. What do you?
I hear you, but like it's just like they're never on the right side of history with this fucking team.
This is the craziest cope in the history.
It's not a cope. It's just facts.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is facts. That if you lose more games, you're more likely to lose more.
Most games, they lose in a painful way, John, all the time. Two things can be fucking true in life. What are you getting at?
The only thing is true in life.
The Browns get blown out more than they don't.
The Giants get blown out more than they don't.
No, the Browns get blown out more than they don't. The Giants lose more one-score games than they don't.
So you referenced the one team out of 2 that have more losses than you.
You can even find teams that have more wins than the Giants. They still have more losses.
Do it.
I'm telling you, you don't have to look.
Do it.
All right. I mean, I will do that after the pod.
More losses. A team with fewer losses that has more losses with 7 or fewer points. Find it.
I will find it. I'm telling you, I know this for a fact that the Giants every year I know that it's 10
you
plus.
You don't know it for a fact.
I'm telling you that there were so many games.
You think it's true, but
I
you
watch
don't
all the
know
Giants games. I can tell you that last week is just another redundant thing that has happened to them countless times of just beating themselves. They beat themselves.
The Cowboys beat them 40-0 on opening day, fucking 2 years ago.
That happened too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was a bad game. Yeah, I remember that game.
40-0.
That was a beatdown.
That's 6-7 fucking point wins right there.
Yeah, they have those losses too. There's no question. But I'm telling you, like 10 times a year at least, they lose by 1 score at least. Painful games that they play with their food, or they beat themselves with penalties.
I'll take that over. 10 times a year they lose by less than 1 score.
Russell Wilson, they had the ball twice in overtime. So fucking dumb. They also were winning at the end of the game. And
10 times a year they lose by less than 1 score. I'll take that.
We'll let the pod speak for it, boys. But I will say this. in a sense of the lines on this game, because I would love nothing more for to see a Chiefs team go 0-3. I will say it on here because I don't care if I lose it. I'm throwing 20 on Giants money line and seeing where that goes.
The New York Giants have lost 43 one-score games in the last 5 years.
So that's less than 10 a year, you fucking bug that you were 100% certain of.
That's still a lot, though.
But it's not 10 that you guaranteed. You said you were 100% certain of.
I said it feels like they lose 10.
Oh, no, it feels like it. You said I'm 100% certain.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the stats, man.
It sounds like we have to let Zach be in his feels right now.
I'm just saying that that's a lot of games.
Again, when you lose a lot of games, you're going to lose a lot by less than one score. You're also going to
not necessarily
lose a lot by more than one score.
I mean, the two things don't necessarily coincide, but I hear you. You
Again,
can still be losing a ton of games by a lot of points all the time.
My point about the interceptions and touchdowns is salient. The guys who throw the most touchdowns throw the most interceptions. The more you pass the fucking ball,
but that's not true either. Lamar had 43
passing touchdowns. The more you lose games, you're gonna.
I wouldn't die on that hill. That's not. You don't even have to say that point because that's not true. Last year, Lamar had 43 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That's not necessarily true. Aaron Rodgers is the most accurate quarterback.
But at the end of his career, when he plays 20 years as a starting quarterback, his interceptions are going to be in the top 20 or so because he played so long and threw so many passes that he threw so many interceptions. If you lose so many games, you're going to
if he plays for 20 years and throws on average 7 interceptions a year, that's 140 interceptions. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right.
That still doesn't mean that his touchdown interception ratio won't be amazing.
And what does that have to do with the Giants losing fucking by -7?
It won't. The wins and losses is all that matters.
Fucking touchdown to interception ratio doesn't make your.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you're saying a guy that throws 7 interceptions a year, that's still really good if he has 40 touchdowns a year.
Yeah, and the Giants losing is really good. That's a good comparison by you.
No, the Giants losing by 1 score or 10 score, 40-0 or 40-37, whatever it is.
I'm saying the
L is an L.
Interception ratio isn't relevant.
I'm just saying an L is an L. The game was over. The 40-0 game was over in the second quarter. The game last week, was.
This coming from the same guy who clowns on me for being like, if you don't win the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. Now he's like, if you lose the game by 7 or fewer points, that's meaningful.
That's a layered cake conversation, but that's true.
Okay, so when you lose the game by 7 or fewer points, that's
it doesn't matter.
Meaningful.
It doesn't matter. It is a Cope stat for sure. Yes.
You said it's a Cope stat. We can move on now. That's all I needed to hear.
I think we all knew it's a Cope stat. I'm just saying, watching the Giants as being a fan, it's always painful.
It is very painful. We do see that onto it.
But last week was as painful as it gets. After that Neighbors touchdown, imagine losing that game as a fan.
Yeah,
you have got to be kidding.
I agree. On to your point on it, because I'm sure you guys are talking what your takes will be. Like I said, I held to it, and I'm saying it right here. I did take Giants money line for $20 just to do it.
Oh yeah.
Are the Chiefs? Well, can we just say one thing about the Chiefs? If the Chiefs lose this game, are we all set on them? Even with Rashid coming back and all that stuff, or are they still going to make the playoffs? That's the last thing I want to ask.
I can't give up on them quite yet with Mahomes and Andy Reid, but
I'm very fringe on it. I give it I give them like a 40% chance to bounce back.
It's a mess. I don't even know what to say.
I give it a 40% bounce back chance.
You talked about the miles last week too, like 5 out of the last 6 years, being in the playoffs, a ton of football being played into February every year.
No, like I said, if they lose to the Giants, I don't think they will though. So I don't want to be like preliminary on this.
Yeah, you're not being brash about it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. But if they do lose to the Giants, then they're in trouble. Not out, in trouble for sure. But the AFC is weak. And now with Burrow out too, we have another element to throw into it.
Yep.
Throw in the
AFC, if you go through the rosters and the teams and the records,
Broncos might not be as good as advertised
and make the playoffs for sure.
Yeah. Broncos might not be as good as advertised. Maybe a little too much of a hype train in the preseason. It might be one of those teams too. Maybe.
Yeah.
But also a take you could do is if Chiefs don't get to it, and this is my last one, Chargers could take close to a top spot.
Oh, if the Chiefs don't win, the division, I'll say, is probably over. Division's over. I'll say Or I might bet the Chiefs to win the division still at 0-3. I like
if they go 0-3, put your Super Bowl bets in now.
Yeah, they probably will lose, not make it.
I'm saying, and they come in the wild card, and then they're the road dogs. And
Math will be mathing to bet on the Chiefs if they lose this week.
See, now we're talking. Now we're really talking. All right, move to the Monday night game, the most exciting game of the week, in my opinion. Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. Very cool game. Looks like the Lions are favored on the road. Does anyone got that right?
Wait, what? I have the.
Oh, the Lions are
Baltimore.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's not. Okay, cool. Because it was separate. It was like indented here on CBS.
The Lions are plus 4.5. Over under 53.5.
On a Monday
I'm
game?
taking the under. I'm taking the under.
On a Monday game? I don't know.
I think
or in your sense, Zach, maybe you bring it down, make it 48, and go up.
Yeah, Hotz. It could be like.
Or make it fucking 57 and go under.
It could be dagger for dagger, though. It could be like the Cowboy Giants game a little bit, like dagger for dagger for dagger for dagger.
I kind of. Yeah, the Ravens' defense kind of stinks, huh?
It does kind of stink, right? I was just gonna say it.
But the Lions' defense kind of stinks too.
Yeah, Henry didn't play well last week. I feel like he's gonna really be coming into this week ready to go. It's a cool game. I don't know. I feel like the over's good. Over 50 is good.
Here's what I would say, Zach. I think this is going to be one of those games that's stubborn on both head coaches because they're going to want to strike at something if it's a stalemate game. So you're going to get
a lot of fourth downs, you're saying, going for shit like that.
Especially because it's Harbaugh versus Campbell. And they're both very strong of like, we need something. And I could see them going for some weird-ass fourth down play for no damn reason, and it'd be in the second quarter.
Campbell is a suspect to always go for fourth downs, as we know.
Like how Nick says Harbaugh. It's Harbaugh.
Anyway, Harbaugh. Yeah, there you go.
He's like Harbaugh.
I don't know. I mean, I think both offenses are potent. I think both defenses are suspect. That tells me an over 50 is good. Kind of simple as that.
Okay.
So you'd move the line down instead of move it up. I don't know. I think I'd move it up and then be like, there's no way they're scoring 60.
No way. I'm not playing that game with these teams. You're crazy.
I like it in this sense of moving it down to like a 48, 47.
Yeah, I could see a 34-31, whatever the fuck, like crazy scoring game.
Yeah, I guess it was 41-40 week one against the Bills.
Yeah, exactly. On the what was that last Sunday Night Football?
Basically, the Ravens offense or everything you think the Chargers offense is. You're like these unstoppable.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good take. And also DeAndre Hopkins back-to-back weeks with touchdowns. Look at Nuke, man. Huh?
That might be something you parlay into it, possibly.
Yeah, Nuke with a little tutty. I don't know, maybe.
I'm
yeah.
not big on the anytime touchdown scorer bets, but I think like in terms of parlays, if you could find like three guys you like.
I like Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely's out though.
Oh, he is? I don't see that here.
Yeah, Likely's out.
Is that official?
Yeah, it's official. I saw it earlier.
He's likely out.
He's likely out.
I couldn't help myself.
No, he was limited. Isaiah Likely out for week 3. The way that it's written is hilarious.
Yeah, Likely and a slew of others ruled out.
Isaiah Likely is likely out. But,
all right, well.
No, but I'm just saying in general terms of sports betting, I don't like betting anytime touchdowns. I don't like putting it in a same game. I don't like putting it as a straight bet.
Imagine you bet on it last week for Henry after the Dell pick comments, and he had 29 yards rushing.
But I do like 3 touchdown scorers that are kind of likely, not super likely, not to reference Isaiah Likely.
I like
good chance of happening. And then if you hit all 3 of them, you get like 20-1.
I like the double tight end parlay in this one. Laporta and Andrews both for a touchdown.
There you go. That's a fun one. Well, maybe we'll work that in next week. Anytime TD parlays. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I like that. All right, cool. You guys hear the music. Grab your coffees. We're coming up on this is a nice long episode this week. It's been fun. Woopty, your valued guest. Appreciate your takes, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to have a 3-man booth. It's almost a guaranteed 2 hours.
Hell yeah, but it's fun. So this is Hotz Corner in case anybody needs a recollection on how we do this. We expect quick answers, no thoughts, just right off the cuff. Give me 5 questions. I'll pose it to both of you. Expect answers from both of you. Let's get it going here. We'll kick it off. Woopty, you're the number 1 person to go, and then Hotz will back you up, all right?
All right.
right, cool. So if you could remove one rule from or add one rule to your favorite sport, what would it be? Remove or add. And this is off. The reason I did this one, by the way, was because of that fucking blunder in the Colts game.
Yeah. To be honest, I would remove. All right, in the spirit
quick fire.
All right, so I would remove the running into the kicker rule, personally to me.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would.
Running to the kicker or the punter, by the way?
Punter.
Okay.
I would say that you should be able to bring a pitcher back into a game if you want to.
That's cool. Donovan McNabb or Dante Culpepper?
Donovan McNabb.
I think he's right. I'm not going to be a homer.
Don't do that to me.
It's all good. Date night in or date night out?
Date night out.
In.
I love this. Name the top 3 most overrated players in any of the major sports.
Top 3 overrated?
Yes. And most overrated players in any of the major sports. Active, by the way. Active.
Altuve.
Active? Just do anything, Nick. You don't have to go active.
All right, Altuve.
No, 3 players, though. 3.
Oh, 3 players. Altuve, Patrick Mahomes, and LeBron James.
All right, I'll go Eli Manning.
Okay.
I'll go for basketball. I'll say the most overrated player is Paul George. And then I'll say for baseball, the most overrated player is
Juan Soto.
No, he's been unbelievable. I'm kidding. That's the craziest call ever. The most overrated baseball player of all time is Derek Jeter.
Oh, I knew he was going to say it. I was waiting for it.
Oh.
He said active, by the way. Hotz hijacked this question. That's fine. And he was going to say Jeter if I didn't say active. He's such a dick. Would you rather have dinner with the richest person in the world or the smartest person in the world?
Smartest.
Yeah, that's smartest for sure.
Put in order what will happen first. Mariners win their first World Series. Houston Texans will win their first Super Bowl. Utah Jazz will win their first ring. Vancouver Canucks win their first Stanley Cup.
Mariners win, Canucks win, Jazz win, and then the Texans win.
Jazz, Texans, Mariners, Canucks.
Jazz, Mariners. You said Canucks and then Texans?
Sure. It doesn't matter. It's all. It's just fucking rolling dice and saying what number they're going to land on.
All right. So before we go over those questions, you want to go over the questions first and then we'll get to the quiz?
No, do the quiz.
All right, so for the quiz, this is based on the current active depth chart that I looked up on ESPN as of right now. Name every single wide receiver 2 for each team in 2025. You guys, here's the way I would like to do this because you both are knowledgeable, and this is not going to be like Casey sitting there without any answers. So I want to read a team, and you can pass it to the other person.
Okay.
But I'll kick it to each one of you to play tennis here.
Sure. Whatever.
All right, so we'll kick it off with you, Hotz, since I went first with the Hotz corner there. Arizona. And if you don't know it off, pass it.
I'll let Nick go.
Wide receiver 2 for the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Does a tight end count?
No, of course not.
Damn.
A hint, he caught a touchdown last week.
Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I can't.
Dortch?
What?
Is it Dortch?
No, Dortch is the wide receiver 3.
That's why it's so like speculative, like ESPN depth chart. Like it's.
I mean, this guy actually in my head is the WR2 there for sure, behind Marv.
Yeah, I don't know which one that was.
No problem. Let's move on. You guys can ponder it. Moody, we'll start with you. Atlanta,
wide receiver 2. I'm gonna go Mooney.
Yeah,
correct. Hotz, Baltimore.
I guess Zay Flowers would be 1. Number 2, Bateman.
Correct. Buffalo, Whoopty.
Holman?
Incorrect.
Then Shakir.
Correct.
It could be either one. Yeah.
That's a tough one because that one's I know.
That's
Carolina for Hotz.
Leggett.
I guess it was meant to be for you, Hotz.
Leggett.
No.
They have Renfro over Leggett? That's so dumb. That's
correct.
Like, there's no way he played more snaps last week than him. 0.
He did, because I think Leggett was out, actually. And he's out this week as well.
He was questionable this week. Whatever, go ahead.
Chicago, whoopty.
Should be DJ, right?
Nah, Dunze.
Correct. Cincy, that's an easy one, Hotz.
All
right. Go ahead. Cincinnati, you know it is.
That's for you, Hotz. It's on you.
Oh, it's Higgins.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, guys. Sorry, I actually do have to cut it short.
Get out of here. Have fun.
No problem, Whoopty. Thanks for coming on the program today. Hotz will finish up the quiz here.
All right. Later, guys. Love
Easy.
You.
Love you, Smugger.
All right, let me run down.
Leggett played last week. He had 7 targets. I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't play last week.
He did play last week? I thought he didn't. I don't know why. But yeah, they had Renfro listed as the 2, I guess, because he caught 2 touchdowns. Did he have more snaps?
I don't know, but I'm just saying this is all speculative.
Yeah, that's why I said based on ESPN active right now. Here's Cleveland. Here's your boy.
But unless I looked up ESPN's depth charts and looked at them,
that's why it's not easy. I had to make it a little harder, though.
All right, but it's not hard.
It's just speculative.
Yeah. All right. What team?
Cleveland.
Tillman.
Dallas.
Pickens.
Denver.
Sutton, and then the kid from Oregon. What's his fucking name? He played with Bo Nix in college. Oh my God, Kirkland, something like that.
It's not Franklin.
It's not Franklin. Oh my God, I hate this list. I don't know who it is then.
Marvin Mims. Keep it moving. Detroit.
Detroit would be Jamison Williams.
Green Bay. Remember, active.
Wicks.
Dobbs. Yeah, correct. That was good. Nice. Houston.
Kirk.
No.
Not Christian Kirk.
He's the wide receiver 3 listed, actually.
I don't know them. Nico Collins is 1. Kirk is 2.
Yeah, they had Jaden Higgins listed as number 2, based on snaps. Indy.
It's not based on snaps. ESPN just doesn't have anything that they base it on. You just said based on snaps from what?
I think, I think Higgins outsnapped Kirk last week. Yeah, look it up.
But you're saying ESPN makes them based on snaps.
That would be my guess.
You made that up.
I don't know I have no idea for their reason. That's my guess. Indy.
Downs.
No.
Pittman.
Pittman's the 1.
Pierce. Yeah, Downs.
Jags. This is funny.
This is ridiculous. The Jaguars have Travis Hunter as their 2.
Yep. Kansas City.
Kansas City active. Hollywood Brown or Juju.
Correct. The Raiders.
The Raiders have Thornton. Is that his name?
He's the wide receiver 3.
Oh, this is the stupidest fucking exercise ever.
Awesome.
Who?
Who?
I don't know who it is.
Oh, Trey Tucker. Chargers.
Quentin Johnson.
No, he's wide receiver 3.
Brad McConkey.
Hey, that's wide receiver 1.
Keenan Allen.
Correct. Rams.
Devontae Adams.
Miami.
Jalen Waddle.
Minnesota.
Active. Thielen.
Correct. New England. This one was suspect.
They're all suspect. New England.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, dude.
Waddle is not suspect. Get the fuck out of here. New England.
New England. Principally, they're all suspect. New England's number 2. Douglas.
Correct. New Orleans.
Shaheed.
Correct. New York Giants. This one's a little trappy.
Fucking not Neighbors, so it's got to be Wandale.
No, he's the wide receiver 3 slot, actually.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, who outsnapped him?
That's why I said it's trappy.
Who
The other guy that makes more money than him.
Who outsnapped him last year?
Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton outsnapped Wandale Robinson last week.
I have no idea. Maybe.
No.
He gets paid more money, though, for sure.
Every single fucking play.
I know. Wandale was amazing. Yeah. New York Jets. That's hard.
Lazard?
It was like, on one side, I like cross-reference this one. On one side, it said Lazard. On the other side, it said Tyler Johnson. So I'll give it to you, yeah. So stupid. Philly.
Smith.
Pitt.
Calvin Austin.
Correct. San Francisco.
Jennings or Pearsall, whichever isn't the one.
Pearsall, correct. Seattle.
Cup.
The Bucks.
Abuka.
Tennessee.
Aye Manor.
Nice. Very nice. And then Washington.
Debo or McLaurin.
Correct.
Yeah.
Arizona. Any last guesses before I give it to you? Light skinned kid.
I don't know.
Michael Wilson. Go back to the questions for a second, and then we'll wrap this up here. If you could remove one rule from the favorite sport, what would it be? I like your rule, actually. That's a cool, creative one. Be able to bring pitcher back in the game. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think that's fun. It's like
fun. Better than whatever the whoopty said there.
I don't know if it makes sense, like health-wise.
Imagine there was no running into the punter. These guys would not survive.
Yeah, the punters will get hurt every fucking game. Punters like quarterback. There's 32 of them in the world, like that are.
McNabb or Culpepper. That's a cool one. Similar quarterbacks. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think McNabb just had more longevity.
He had a Super Bowl too. Yeah. Date night in or date night out?
McNabb was good. McNabb, I almost think doesn't get the credit he deserves. McNabb is like
because he was weird after when he retired and stuff like that. He had like some weird stuff that happened, right, or whatever.
But also like a lot of like era-wise, like I feel like someone like Rivers will get a lot more love than McNabb.
He also had a fell from grace. Like he went to Washington and he had some weird like.
Rivers went to the Colts. You know what I mean?
He was like an 11-win team with the Colts. Rivers.
He stunk. Come on, let's be serious.
Yeah, his arm was a noodle for them at that point.
But I'm just saying, like in the eras, like it'll be like if McNabb started his career 5 years later, his numbers would be way better,
Yeah.
So I kind of factor that in.
And he really never had like until Owens got there and they made the Super Bowl.
Owens was unbelievable.
Yeah, he didn't really have a 1 for a long time.
That's fair. No, he definitely didn't have. There was a lot of Freddie Mitchell, Todd Pinkston.
You got it. Yeah, exactly. Like random guys. Yeah. Date night in or date night out? I like you. I like what you said.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Even date nights out, I want to be chill. Like I like going to like trivia night.
We're very simpatico with that.
A movie.
I agree.
And don't get me wrong, concert, a game, like that stuff is fun.
That stuff's fun, but I like being in the house, maybe like play a board game, play some cards, whatever, have some wine, like watch a movie. Yeah.
I like both, to be fair, but I don't
having the bedroom in the next door, in the next room, I'm with you. I like what you're saying. Name the top 3 most overrated players. Maybe like also, by the way, date night in, like bring food in from a really good restaurant in type of thing. Also, like type of vibe.
You don't have to pay the fucking tip extra.
Like go pick it up, bring it back, and grab some flowers on the way, whatever.
Tips the people, but it's not as much.
Yeah, exactly. Name the top 3 most overrated players in any of the major sports. You hijacked this and said all time. You said Eli, Paul George. I love that.
Nick would have been there fucking for 45 minutes thinking if I didn't say all time.
Yeah, I guess.
He couldn't fucking name a word for like 6
He said Mahomes. That was kind of wild.
Yeah, Mahomes. I was like...
LeBron I loved. I'm glad someone said it.
Well, LeBron, I mean, if you're saying all time, but then again, like, he's the second best player all time. So it's like, the only way you overrate him is if you say he's better than Jordan. But then again, there are enough people who say that.
He's better than Kobe.
Yeah, you're on that wave. I think he's better than Kobe, but I'm just saying there are enough people that think he's better than Jordan that he might be the most overrated player all time because so many people think that, and I just think that's so not true.
Yeah, and Altuve was pure hate. It felt like I feel like he's like properly rated.
Altuve is a stud. I mean, he's old now, so
that's
he's
just
going like year to date, but he's a great player. I mean,
Yeah, Eli. Whatever.
He cheated though, so I guess it's fair.
I like I said with Eli, never played with another Hall of Famer besides Strand in his last season. Basically, like never really had talent around him. In my opinion, made guys better. So
Altuve?
No, Eli. I was saying Eli.
Yeah. Like I said, I think people are like Eli's a no doubt Hall of Famer. We talked about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Jim Plunkett,
he's a no doubt first ballot, but in general, he's a no doubt Hall of Famer.
Like Jim Plunkett won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but who was on Jim Plunkett's team?
Yeah, good players on his team, but
you have other Hall of Famers on his team.
Do you think that there's going to be a point in time where more Giants players become Hall of Famers? Like Fred Biletnikoff didn't become a Hall of Famer until like 20 years after.
Besides maybe Spagnuolo, like the coach. I don't know. Who would be a candidate?
I think some of those offensive linemen.
Maybe Snead. That would be it. Snead. McKenzie didn't play long enough. David Deal wasn't good enough. No.
Well, I think 2 of those 3, O'Hara, Snead, and Deal, will wind up in the Hall of Fame eventually.
Hot take. And then Jeter. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm not going to engage you on this, but I think there's a conversation.
Offensively,
the best fielder.
Offensively and clutch, he's great. Defensively, one of the worst shortstops I've ever watched play.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't have the greatest. He didn't have the greatest range at all. His range was very limited, and he made that jump throw that's just lore and like stuff like that. He got anointed. Whatever. Would you rather have dinner with the richest person or the smartest person in the world?
Yeah, I mean, the richest person is one dinner, like smartest, like
Bezos or whatever. Yeah,
I'm sure they're super duper smart too, but I don't know. I'm not as interested. I'd be great.
I said richest. To me, I said richest and smartest because smartest would be like talking like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. It's like you couldn't even be able to have a conversation with the person.
I did think that. Like, is it like so smart they're like autistic?
Yeah, literally. Like you can't
order like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, like Stephen Hawking type shit. Like you can't even talk. Yeah.
Right.
But in order, what will happen first? This question kind of fell on its face. I thought this was going to be cooler than it ended up being, but you guys.
I was just like, I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like any of these teams are like right there to like win one either. They're all like kind of good teams. Like,
that was, I guess, where it blundered. But I don't know. I had the right idea with the question because I was trying to think of teams that haven't won it yet. That like in all the major sports that kind of make this list, but it didn't really pan out the way I liked. I took the time to look it up and everything.
It's hard. We've done a lot of these. Like, it's hard.
I took the time to look it up because I was like, oh, this is a cool question. And then I started looking at the teams. I was like, all these teams are kind of the same. But I was like, you know what? I'll ask them anyway.
No, but if you were like, let me think of something. That's a good example. Like, the 49ers haven't won
the Super Bowl or has a chance to win the Super Bowl.
A team that hasn't won since, the last 30 years. And you're like, the fucking 49ers, it'd be like better than like
which team that's been in the Super Bowl in the last 20 years has the best chance to win it out of these teams.
Yeah, something like that.
Teams that have been candidates, like the Panthers.
Because I was like, I don't fucking know anything about the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah.
Like, what Mariners, the Canucks have a better shot than the Mariners. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, looking at the list, I think the Jazz have the best chance.
I think I said Jazz, but
yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did. Jazz, Mariners, Canucks, Texans was your order.
Yeah. What are we talking about? I have no idea. Imagine pretending to know which of those teams is the best shot of winning sooner,
Funny.
There are people who would be like, yeah, I look at their ownership history and I think that the Canucks, like with their ownership history, but then again, Canada hasn't won the Stanley Cup in this many years, so I don't think they have the best chance. It's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. One of the smartest things you can have intellectually is knowing what you don't know.
Yeah.
The dumbest people think they know more than they do.
Always. Absolutely. Well, nevertheless, this is a great episode. A little extended for having a guest. Thanks to Woofy for coming on. That was a lot of fun. Went through the slate. Maybe you'll take some of our bets.
He doesn't shut the fuck up. So I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. It was so much fun. I'm happy to have
fun. Always a great time.
Check my college football bets.
And 8 minutes left in the game. Nebraska versus Michigan. It's a 7-point game right now. Michigan's got the ball on 3rd and 10, so maybe Nebraska get the ball back there.
Throw that on as soon as we get offline.
It's always a pleasure, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
Dude. Thank you. Thank you, brother. As always. Thank you for being my co-host and friend. Appreciate you.
My boy. All right. We'll do this again next week. Maybe we'll get another guest as well. All right.
Saturdays. Love it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I'll talk to you.